Yeah. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve. We're in 2025 still.
Yes.
In this country.
Yes. And just to put a little balance on it, not everybody may be as happy as everyone else. Sometimes this marks a sad time in people, in families' lives, or in couples, or in people's lives, because it marks the time when someone was lost and are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to be thoughtful about that too, and be mindful of that.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah, our thoughts are out to them.
Yeah.
How is our volume? You want to let us know in the chat? Can you hear us okay? And we've got a new one in the chat. Dee Dee, we know who Dee Dee is. Thank you for joining us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And let's see. We've got a lot in the chat already. Thank you so much. Chat. We sound great. Good. Okay. And Sten said, hey, yeah, it's next year here.
Huh.
Sten is in Australia. And then we've got Claudia in Germany. And we have Happy Thoughts in the UK.
Wow. So you could say they're all rushing ahead. Good for you.
Oh, dear. Very good. Someone sent us, they said they're sending their letter to the elders.
Oh, yeah.
And we said, congratulations. And then Joe said, hey, that would be a theme.
Yeah.
Letters to the elders.
Letters to the elders. If anyone wants to offer something like that, come up with a letter to the elders, something that conveys how you feel about what they've done, what they're doing, what they should do. Maybe an invitation for them to stop doing what they're doing and to start transforming their lives into something else. Letters to the elders.
I like that theme.
Yeah.
Letters to the elders.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Because, see, there are a lot out there, elders who might be listening right now, who are seriously thinking about what they are doing and what they need to do to straighten things out. And we welcome them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they could benefit from some helpful, encouraging direction and influencing for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They're our friends.
Yes.
And they will be with us too soon.
So we want to welcome everyone here. We want to welcome PMOs, physically in, mentally out. We want to welcome PMEs, physically in, mentally in. We want to welcome POMOs, physically out, mentally out. And those that are questioning, we welcome. We welcome everyone. And we welcome other high controlled religions like the Mormons and the Scientologists and the Amish and whoever else.
Anybody's out there, anyone who's out there who recognizes that there have been mishandling of things in these institutions, in religion, in politics, in family life, anything like that. This is a place where we have the opportunity to express what we've gone through, and most importantly, to look forward to doing something beneficial to move on forward.
So do we want to get into our announcements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we've got birthdays, we've got anniversaries, and then we've got some other announcements. We're already into January, but today, just to let everyone know, December 31st is Gary Alt's birthday, and he said he was born in 1958, so a little bit younger than us. And we wish Gary a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So now we're into January 1st, tomorrow. You want to?
Go ahead.
Okay, Mama Sue. And January 4th, are you able to see that?
Keith Bush.
January 5th, thank you, Shauna. Jasmine Hernandez.
And the 6th, Rita, Ivy, and David.
January 7th, Fallen Ash.
January 9th, Andrea Bossert, Christy Ann, and Deanna, or just June.
January 10th, Larry John Wayne and Mark Thurgolt.
January 11th, Mrs. Bob.
January 13th, Megan Gilman and Ruth Potter.
January 14th, Michelle Malecki and Scott Hullman.
January 16th, Josie, Britt, and Dina Mayo.
January 18th, Jeffrey Welt, let us know, in Dallas in 1987.
And January 19th, Katrina is Penny B's daughter, right?
Yeah. January 20th, Alyssa Watson.
And January 21st, Gilbert Gonzalez, Gigi.
January 22nd, Claire, Sarah Remo's daughter, and Jake Vaughn.
January 23rd, Jaron Benton, or Jaron.
January 24th, Ben Rancourt and Kevin Carter.
January 25th, Hannah Hurto and Mr. CIA's mom.
Yes. January 26th, Annabelle.
It's Amabelle.
Amabelle,
Yep.
Celeste's granddaughter.
Yeah. January 27th, Antonio Samilia.
January 28th, Jason Bekzinski.
January 29th, Aubrey Cruz and Bonnie Zeman.
January 30th, Beverly Harward and Paul Kohler and Randy D. Brook.
And last, January 30th is Kay Fred, and it's supposed to be Wally. Sorry for the typo. Wally.
Yeah, happy birthday.
JW Thoughts.
Happy birthday.
Yes, if we missed anyone, please let us know. And anniversaries in January. January 2nd.
Go ahead, honey.
Vinny and Yvonne Samilia.
March 20th, Mr. and Mrs. Apostadude.
Yes,
Happy anniversary.
And I'm sure there's more in January. Please let us know.
Let us know in the chat where.
Upcoming events. Right now there are no upcoming events, but I'm sure there will be. So if you have a meetup anywhere, please let us know, and I will look on the Liberati and some of the other groups to see if they have any meetups for the month of January. We do have one announcement. Bluebird would like us to let everyone know that sadly, Vinnie Vincent passed away December 27th, Sunday at 9 p.m. His family is still in the cult, she said. And we appreciate everything that Vinnie did in the ExJW world. He put a lot of videos out. He helped a lot of people wake up.
Yeah.
I know we spoke to him on the phone one time while he was still in Florida. And it was really a pleasure talking to him.
Yeah, we miss him as well as anyone else out there who goes unmentioned right now. This is happening constantly among us, and it's something we need to keep supporting each other with. We live with it, and we continue to remind each other that their lives are valuable.
Yes. And we look forward to Bluebird, very close friend of his, coming on in the future.
Yeah.
So thank you for that information. Any other announcements?
I don't think so, not that I know of.
Well, we did get an email from someone in Oklahoma today who is trying to
yes.
leave, and it's a very, very sad situation. If there's anyone in the Oklahoma area that can lend a hand, we can give you the specifics, but it's briefly, it's a daughter and an 85-year-old father trying to leave the organization without getting hurt badly. So if there's anyone in the Oklahoma area that could reach out, let us know, and then we will get you in contact with her.
Just to let people know that, and a lot of you know this, but some aren't aware of it, but the organization, Jehovah's Witnesses, the elders in local congregations, they do everything they can to get whatever resources, money, wealth, land, anything that person has after they've passed. And that's what they actively pursue. And they really don't care who in the family doesn't get it. Their goal, their objective is to get it for the organization. And this leaves people destitute who were in the families, and this is what they do. It's not just from voluntary donations. It's monies that they basically snare away and trick away and try to convince somebody that they should give it to them because of these promises that they make. It's really, it takes advantage of the people in the most emotional and the most vulnerable times.
Yeah.
And it's really despicable.
Yeah, we had a relative let us know that when their mother-in-law died, who was a witness, that they were going to take all her money. And we couldn't believe it. We were still witnesses. And we said, oh, no, they must have the story wrong. But now that we're on the other side, we realize, they probably were doing that.
The elders do that.
Yeah. They feel that's their duty. That's their job to do that.
Yeah.
Shauna reminded me, and thank you, Shauna. We want to show the website, ExJWFriends. We're hoping more and more folks go there and, let your friends know. But we've got a new life coach, but we're going to go through the friends, therapists, and life coaches. So we have Malia Thompson and El Reno, and then we have John and, why do I always mess up? Sorry. I can't. Can you? Shannon. I'm sorry. Yeah, John and Shanna Briggs, of course, and they have a program on. I think it's on Friday nights. Shauna,
so
the Briggs.
We can make it bigger.
I think they're on Sunday nights. They stream
Sunday
on
night.
Their channel, our channel, and Ruby's channel as well. Ruby produces that show, so yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. Okay, and they are life coaches. Then we have therapist Dr. Ryan Lee. We also have Dave Stambaugh, and he's our website designer too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we have Jamie Bond, and he's a social worker. He's right in Rochester, New York. There's Gary Alt, and today's his birthday. Gary is a life coach. Michael Shemwell, you're familiar with him. He does the Shun podcast. He's a life coach. Our list is really growing. Halima Farnsworth, she is a certified therapist, clinical social worker. And there is Aubrey Hughes. Oh, we just lost it. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Okay, you want to go to StreamYard?
Let's go to StreamYard.
Okay, well, while you guys are coming back on, I'll just keep
Okay.
going here. We have Aubrey Cruz, life coach,
Go ahead.
and Sarah
Hang on.
Schoolcraft, who's author and a healing practitioner.
Keep my-
Deanna Moore, soul alignment coach, and who's also been on the show a couple
just go back.
times.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Most
get rid of
recently,
this.
we've added Elijah Quintanilla and Claudia Alford
He's trying to
from
make it
Germany,
bigger.
who has also been on the
There
show,
we are.
And see,
life
I got us
coach
on full
and
screen.
coach, respectively. And this spot here has been reserved for a new therapist a new friends for our page here that Joe and Fran are going to introduce now that you're back, right?
Yeah, we're back.
We're
Can you
back.
hear us?
Okay. Absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Yes. So we want to introduce Dylan.
Hello, Dylan.
Hello,
Bring
everybody.
Dylan on stage. And
Hey,
Dylan is new to our therapist page. His information will be up and his picture will be up, so you can check that out. But Dylan, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. Just to start off, well, my name's Dylan.
You're welcome. Dylan, if you can pull in a little tighter for the
The
volume.
mic.
Pulling the volume. I can even turn the volume up.
Yeah, get up tight,
Is that all right?
tight with that, please.
Okay, definitely. So my name is Dylan. I am more or less, I'm supporting and facilitating just different spaces to help people, specifically, us that's coming from high control groups, high control religions such as the Jehovah's Witness space, to find our own voice, to be able to speak freely, honestly, and, to have confidence in ourselves, to build some self-trust, and not really wanting to give any direction, not wanting to tell anyone what to do. But no, I was telling Joe and Fran yesterday, speaking with them on the phone, how it's just such a blessing to see these different spaces starting to come up and see this support. While I was watching the introduction even of the birthdays and the anniversaries, it was making me tear up because it's just such a beautiful, it's a beautiful environment that y'all have built for all of us, for a place to where it's a community where we have this thing in common, we're all able to find support and find love around that,
Very nice. Very nice, Dylan. Dylan contacted us yesterday.
Yesterday,
Yeah, and I'm glad you did. Just as we invite others to contact us in an effort to get to know each other, to support each other, and to basically, and this is powerful in itself, just to let each other know you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
In whatever difficulty you're going through, none of you are alone,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to make it known to each other that you're not alone. And that's been our objective, is to facilitate that. And so when ones like you, Dylan, come out, we really appreciate you offering yourself to help others to hear their story.
What I appreciated about Dylan's story is Dylan left when he was 16
Yeah.
years old, and you were basically on your own, right, Dylan?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I was more or less on my own, and it had to restart everything. I felt very naive to the world, 16 years old. Not only that, but also in the process of leaving, I'd gotten put in a certain situation to where I was around, a lot of different dangerous people in the process of having to leave. So I'm this naive young child leaving a religion, going into, some very, very dark places,
Yeah. Well,
but we made it out. But we made it out. Yeah, we made it out, and we're here to share in the love, in the positivity, in everything that we can give to one another.
Yeah.
And in a very short time, Dylan went back to school. You went to college. You got a degree with computer. You got a job in computers. You did very well for yourself. You want to tell everyone your age? You don't have to, but do you want to?
I'm 27 right now at the time, so it's been 10 years since then. And
And we missed
You're breaking up, Dylan. I don't know if you got a strong connection, so you got to do everything you can to.
Oh my goodness,
come through.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm 27
It's
years
okay.
old. I just turned 27 10 days ago, about 11 days ago.
Oh, well, happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, my connection might not be the
So in
best.
10 years, you really accomplished a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a goal that for others, I mean, as they come out of that organization, they've got some deficits. And the biggest thing is they haven't worked at them. And not that they're deficient, it's just that they were devoting time to other things other than themselves. Now, the ones coming out owe themselves that time and effort and everything we can do to help, just by our example or your coaching, right? Or warning, informing. It's valuable. It is valuable.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and being a young person yourself, you're very valuable for the young people that are leaving, because you know what it's like at 16 to leave
Yeah,
and not have
wow.
the support of your family
Wow.
and friends.
It was a rough time. It was a rough time. It was more or less a group home that I was in for, a very short period of time, was able to, get out of there. And then whenever I was a little bit older, I also had to make things work where I didn't necessarily have living arrangements for a period of time. Just to answer someone's comments, I believe it was James's question in the comments. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm able to talk to some young ones now that are leaving, and to see the mental strength that they have, that they're able to get through it. It is so inspiring,
Yeah. Yeah. You use the right word. When we hear of someone else doing something that we know we ourselves need to do, and we've seen them do, that's inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
That literally breathes energy. That's what that inspire means. It breathes energy into the other person. It really does. It needs to be spoken to each other. When we come for inspiration, we give inspiration. We've got a good group.
And when we were talking to you yesterday, if you don't mind me mentioning it, you kind of had some difficulties with addictions. We don't have to go into detail,
No.
but we know a lot of folks here struggle with addiction. And so that's like, you felt that would be an avenue where you could help a lot of people, especially young people.
That is one of the most it is the most insidious things about it, is that you leave this organization that gives you this feeling of, you feel like you were sold something, and then you now have found a substance that can give you something that you feel real love for, maybe a moment, for maybe a fleeting moment. And it's a hidden contract that eats at your soul as you continually count on that, and you have to, it's just another path to finding yourself again, and it does take some time, but that is one of the things that also very close friends of mine, that we all, continually put running towards ourselves a priority, and it's difficult, but it's very possible for anyone who's having trouble right now. It is very possible for you to, to keep going. Really, that's all that it is just keep on going.
Yeah, I'm sure the support that we give each other makes all the difference in the world. All the difference. People proved it. They've done parts of others, and it's as if, especially when else has done it, and I know care about me doing it. It's a powerful thing. So I'd like to think we're all there to help each other with that. I think we are. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen that we're here to help each other, and that's everything that we're here for. And I appreciate being part of all this.
I was just asking in the chat, what is the address for the website? It's just ExJWFriends.com. all one word. She said she kept getting sites for dating site. So I just Google it, and ExJW. We're not a dating site, but we do connect people from all over.
Why don't you show it, honey?
Okay, yeah.
Does that come up?
Okay, yeah. ExJWFriends.
Yeah.
And I think maybe when Shauna is available, she could put the link in there too.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like. And then there's 2 pages, and we have events and chats, live streams, and our friends, therapists, and life coaches. So, Dylan, if anyone wants to get in touch with you, just either go to our webpage, and your email is there, your phone number, and you're also on Discord. I know a lot of folks here are on Discord.
Yes, I'm on Discord. I try to be as active as I can.
So you're going to hang in here. We're going to
Thank you,
show the
Dylan.
video.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, we got the little.
Thank you.
guys.
Hang in there. And we want to hear more from you. Thank you.
Welcome
Thank you, guys.
aboard.
Yes, welcome. So when Shauna's available, if we could show that video, we've got it's the first 2 minutes and then the end of it. And we've had Zhang on before. He's a Chinese professor. He went to university at Yale, and he is well known on YouTube.
A little bit of his backstory. He's an incredibly capable person, and they recognized it. He was in positions where he could have done some supposedly very large scale, high value things, but he found himself empty because he felt he really couldn't reach out to people that needed it the most. And that's the public, people, young people, us. And he has so much to offer. So see what you think. And we can talk about it later if you'd like. And I think eventually we'll get the video.
Good morning and welcome back. So last class we talked about the central paradox in Christianity. And I want to make sure we're all on the same page before we dive deeper today. Because what we're about to explore is going to challenge everything you think you know about how Christianity actually began. The paradox is simple but profound. What Jesus believed and taught is fundamentally different from what Christianity teaches us about Jesus. And that gap between the man and the myth, that distance between the teacher and the religion built in his name, tells us something crucial about how power works, about how empires operate, about how ideas get transformed when they become useful to those in control. Now, before we go further, I need to be very clear about what we're doing here. This is not a theology class. This is not about faith or belief. This is historical analysis using a specific framework, looking at early Christianity as a geopolitical phenomenon, as an intelligence operation, as a case study in how empires neutralize threats by co-opting movements. You may find this perspective uncomfortable. That's fine. You may disagree with the conclusions. That's encouraged. What I ask is that you follow the logic, follow the evidence, and think critically about the official narratives you've been given. Because here's what I'm going to argue today, and I know how this sounds. I'm going to argue that Paul of Tarsus, the so-called apostle to the Gentiles, the man credited with spreading Christianity across the Roman Empire, was not simply a convert or a missionary. I'm going to present evidence suggesting he was an intelligence asset working on behalf of Roman imperial interests to neutralize the most dangerous threat the empire had,
Closer to the
ever faced Jewish fanaticism. Now, I can already hear the objections. This sounds conspiratorial. this sounds like I'm making extraordinary claims. And you're right to be skeptical, but I ask you to suspend judgment until we walk through the evidence step by step. Look at what the Bible itself tells us. Look at the contradictions. Look at who had the power and the motive. And then this.
That's even worse now.
Everybody's telling the sound is good.
Well, I'm glad. How did I lose it? Did I put...
No, that was the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds there, guys.
Okay. No, we have to unmute us. Okay, can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you and we can see you.
Okay, so there was just a little introduction to the video. He's going to compare Paul and Jesus, and it's very interesting what he brings out. We're not going to show the whole video.
No.
If you want to see the video, you can do that on your own time. But basically, he sums everything up at the end here. We're just moving around because our internet's not very stable.
We're not hearing so good.
Okay, thank you, Shauna.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You ready for the second clip?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go.
Comes from God. Don't seek political change, seek inner transformation. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is interesting ancient history, but why does it matter now? It matters because the same patterns continue. Religious movements still get co-opted. Revolutionary ideas still get neutralized. Institutions still use spiritual language to maintain control. When you see religious organizations allied with political power, you should ask, what are they really serving? When you see religious leaders telling people to accept injustice and wait for rewards in heaven, you should ask, who benefits from that message? When you see faith defined as believing claims rather than as lived spiritual experience, you should ask what purpose that serves. When you see institutions claiming they're the only path to God, you should ask whether that's about spirituality or about control. The Paul story teaches us to read critically, to look at who has power, to ask who benefits, to notice contradictions, to think about incentives and motives, not just the official story. It also teaches us that the most effective way to neutralize a threat is not to attack it directly, but to transform it from within. Take the language, take the symbols, take the hero figure, but change the meaning, make it serve the opposite purpose. This is what was done to Jesus. His name was kept, his authority was invoked, but his message was reversed. A teacher who said wealth is poison was used to justify vast church wealth. A teacher who said hierarchy corrupts was used to justify rigid hierarchies. A teacher who said everyone has the divine spark within was used to create a religion where you need priests as intermediaries. So let's come back to where we started. How do we get from the Jesus who taught that the kingdom of God is within us to the Jesus who demands we believe he's the Son of God who died for our sins? The answer is Paul. Paul created the bridge. Paul transformed the message. Paul built the institution. And he did this, whether he realized it or not, in service of Roman imperial interests. He neutralized the revolutionary potential of Jesus' teachings. He created a religion that could be tolerated and eventually embraced by the empire. This doesn't mean everything Paul created was bad. Christianity, as it developed, had some positive elements. It emphasized charity and compassion. It created communities that cared for the poor and sick. It preserved learning through dark times. It inspired great art and music and literature. But we have to understand the foundations. We have to understand how the message was transformed and why. We have to see the difference between what Jesus taught and what Christianity became. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The contradictions become obvious. The political dimensions become clear. The way power uses religion becomes transparent. So what do we do with this knowledge? Do we reject Christianity entirely? Do we reject all organized religion? That's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to believe or not believe. I'm here to show you how to think critically about these questions. What I will say is this: if you're interested in spirituality, if you're interested in the teachings of Jesus rather than the religion built around him, then go back to the source. Read the Gospel of Thomas if you can find it. Read the Sermon on the Mount. Look at what Jesus actually taught about compassion and inner transformation and the divine within. Don't rely on institutions to tell you what to believe. Don't accept that salvation comes through believing the right theological propositions. Don't let anyone tell you that you need an intermediary to access the divine. The kingdom of God is within you. That was Jesus' original teaching. And no institution can take that away unless you give them the power to do so. Understand the history. Understand how institutions emerged and what purposes they served. Understand how messages get transformed. But don't let that understanding make you cynical. There's still truth. There's still wisdom. There's still the possibility of spiritual experience and transformation. You just have to be able to distinguish between what serves power and what serves truth. And that's what this class is about. Learning to think critically, learning to see beneath the surface, learning to ask who benefits, learning to recognize patterns of control. Next class, we're going to talk about monotheism and how it represents not just a belief in one God, but a radical reconception of reality itself. We're going to see how monotheism emerges in different cultures and what makes it revolutionary. But for now, I hope you've gained a new perspective on the Paul story. Whether you agree with my interpretation or not, you should at least see that the official narrative has significant problems. There are questions that deserve answers. There are contradictions that deserve explanation. Don't just accept what you're told. Read carefully, think critically, ask questions. That's what education is really about. Thank you for engaging with this difficult material. I know it challenges deeply held beliefs for many people, but that's where real learning happens, when we're willing to examine our assumptions and consider alternative perspectives. See you next time.
We have to unmute.
I think we're
Okay.
we're unmuted.
Yep. Can you hear us okay? Okay. And we've got the, at the top of the chat is the StreamYard link if anyone would like to come on now and give some thoughts. But I know you wanted to say something.
Well, there's a saying that comes through my everything that I read and research, and it's one who is properly informed is not easily deceived. Now, I'm sure a lot of us could have been a little more properly informed before we entered the Jehovah's Witnesses organization. I truly believe I was not properly informed. The information may or may not have been out there at the time. This was in 1985. And if it was, I didn't see it. I didn't find it. I wish I did. We're at the point now where, what excuse do we have for not being able to access information? I mean, we all hold something in our hands or in our pockets or pocketbooks or in our wherever. You can ask a question, any question you want, any question, and you're going to get information. And at that point, the goal is to analyze that information and start developing some critical thinking as to what you are seeing, and then going forward. And you won't blame anybody. You'll be thankful, and you'll just go forward, being able to make a better decision than we made previously. And that's what this is all about. That's what the new year can be happy for. Looking forward to that, a way of approaching things. And if anyone heard anything in it that they liked or that they didn't like, if you want to share it, let us know. If you'd like to come on, we'd like to hear.
And that's why our theme is be prepared with knowledge in 2026.
Yeah.
So are we starting another cult or another religion? Are we looking to Jang as a messiah? No.
My attitude is we don't have to start another cult. There's plenty of them out there for you to join if you want. We don't need to start another one. And we're not. We're sharing information.
Go ahead.
We're sharing information that I'm glad to come across.
Mm-hmm.
And it challenges me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. Because
Yeah.
I'm not here just to be agreed to or to find things that I agree with. That doesn't serve me much at all. But
Beverly said, Joe, that's it. Information and research. We've got Dylan, Annie, and Elaine backstage. Shall we bring them on?
oh, come on.
And everyone come on and take turns like we normally do and respectful of each other's.
Yeah, well, if you want to
Okay.
talk, you just say something. It's okay.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Hi, Joe and Fran. This is
Hi,
Annie.
Hello,
Annie. Happy
I've been
New
waiting
Year.
all day. Thank you. I've been waiting all day for this.
Good.
I'm glad you're here.
So I'm sitting here with snacks and some wine by myself, except for I'm not by myself.
Well, if you start
But
to
anyways,
sound
I'm
a
just staying
little,
home being safe.
we'll know why.
Yeah, if I start to stumble a little bit in my words, please, But anyways,
We had a clink. Got a toast.
I did see. That's right. We could almost clean glasses.
That's right.
But I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that video. I didn't get to watch all of it because I fell asleep at one point because the whole thing is rather long.
It is.
But boy, there's so much information. And I must say that even before looking at anything like this, I always felt as a witness there was something wrong with Paul.
Yeah, I felt that too.
I really did. I didn't agree with an awful lot of things that he said. And he did not seem to follow Jesus' theme.
No.
And I'm certainly cannot in any way prove. Go ahead.
I don't think he liked women either.
Oh, no, Paul did not. That's pretty obvious. That comes across. I know Watchtower tried to sanitize it, but there's no way of sanitizing it. The fact is, he really didn't like women. I don't know what his reason was, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But that information is so eye-opening. I mean, it gives you food for thought. I'm not swallowing it all, and believing it all, but it certainly does give you food for thought.
Annie, it's the more information you take in, you analyze it for patterns, and you start to see a recurring pattern, and this pattern starts to lead you to the people or the organization that's pushing this or is putting forth this pattern, and you ask yourself, what are they doing this for? What's their goal? I'm hearing this all over and over and over and over again. Must be something to it. The things that they will never outright say, but yet, the pattern's there. And that's what, Paul certainly showed a pattern. He really did. He had an awful lot to say.
Yeah.
Awful lot to say. And the man never even saw Jesus. He never even met him. He just claimed he did.
Right.
But
I can see why for a lot of witnesses, the cognitive dissonance is going to kick in pretty quick because it's so opposite of what they've always believed.
Yeah.
You got to give them a little bit of slack there because that is kind of hard. It's hard to face something that's so opposite of what you believe and have been taught all your life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. When you start to,
I appreciate that.
there comes a point when you start to realize that politicians aren't the only people that lie. You know,
That's true.
you know, that's a common theme. You know, politicians lie. Okay. Not all of them, but it's a pattern. It's an absolute reliable pattern. They offer many promises, and then they proceed to do something opposite. And you wonder, oh, well, didn't they say something else? And but yet we go back to wanting to believe promises. And see, there's a problem there.
Yeah.
See, there's a pattern with us that's a problem. We continue to seek promises. Well, where's the problem lie? You know, I thought it's a shared problem. You know?
We want to welcome Matthew.
Hello, Matthew.
Elaine was here first. Honey,
Matthew's in the new year at this point.
Oh yeah, Matthew, you're already in the new year.
You've rushed ahead, Matthew.
So Matthew, how's the year going? Sorry, Matthew. How's the year starting out?
We can hear all the fireworks on the go.
That sounds cool. Y'all did fireworks?
Oh, fireworks. Wow.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Just for your information, Dylan, Matthew is in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So it's a few hours ahead.
Yeah.
I'm glad you've got the education, Dylan. It sounds like a very positive story.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, it's from people that share their knowledge and share their information. It's the good fight. You know, it's the people that have assisted me throughout everything as well. You know.
Yep. Beautiful. And that's what we continue to remind people coming out, is that there are people who are out there that care about your progress. There's good people find good people. They're looking for each other. And this is everything that we found. So for those that are listening that aren't out yet, there are people that are ready to support you as you come forward. You know, that in itself is a sign of faith. The faith in the fact that someone will be there to love me if I show myself interested in love. That is a sign of faith.
I had a comment, if I could say it.
Hi, Elaine. Welcome.
Hi, how are you guys? I'm so glad we're on tonight.
Yes, you too.
So glad. As far as, well, there's a couple points. The first one is, like you were mentioning, we are looking to help others. Well, we were programmed that way. We had many years of willingly volunteering to do a ministry, and we still have that in our heart, many of us, because it's a good thing. We thought it was a good thing when we were doing it, but now we can truly, based on reality, help others, and not based on dogma or an authoritarian, group. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think that Fran, Fran and Joe, you saw the heart of it, and you were able to take that idea and say, wait a minute, we're all out here and we all love to do ministry. So I consider what we do now, many of us, is the ExJW ministry. And we administer to each other, and also educate the public, like you guys do a lot. So anyway, I wanted to share that. That's the beautiful thing about it. But as far as the video tonight, I wanted to comment on that real quick. Something that we missed out on in the cult, we were told, don't look outside. Don't look at anything outside. Don't go to college. Don't get educated in anything. And so then for me, the last few years have been, oh, well, I don't have to listen to that. I can start educating myself about religion. And I really find it fascinating. Recently, learning more details about how Constantine manipulated the religion in part of empowering him to run the country, or
Oh yeah. Yeah.
he did it in a way. He did it in a smart way. I mean, if you learn about what kind of guy he was
Hmm.
he made demands of the religious leaders and said, "Okay, guys, we're going to get together. I command you to meet a certain time. We're going to all meet together, all you priests or leaders." And he forced them to find a common basic belief, put it together, because there was controversy. There was some factions of controversy. For example, one group believed in the divinity of Christ, and the other group didn't. And so he commanded Constantine. He said, "That's it. You guys better get your act together and come up with a universal, basis for religion, and get these people to behave." And
That
so,
was called Catholic. That was called Catholic, literally.
yeah,
Universal. Literally,
yeah,
literally means universal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And once authoritarian leaders, start utilizing the religious factor in their
Uh-huh.
people, they, I know communism, there was the theme of atheism, I think, in communism, but through history, not all governments were anti-religion, and they would just adapt the religion into their country and use it to their advantage.
Oh,
We
yeah,
see that we
absolutely.
see that going on big time right now here in the
Can I
United
can
States.
can I remind people who don't know that the word religion, the word literally means to gather back. Well, who's
Yeah,
being gathered back into what? Well,
yeah,
the government wants people gathered back into their fold, into their
right,
flock. For why? Because they want to use them. They want
right,
to use them for war and for power.
right,
And so they said the religion, hey, this is great. This is fabulous. This is a great invention for pulling these people. Normally they would be separate in all their little worships and all their little enclaves and all their little groupings. They weren't unified with each other. They learned to live with each other, but they weren't all on the same page, so to speak. But now Christianity,
yeah.
boom, this is going to do it. And
That
it did.
video, that video you played showed how it kind of started with Paul.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
because if you do want to be just focusing on the things that Jesus said, you have to separate. You have to say, "Oh, well,
Mhm.
I can't follow, the political side of it." I didn't know that. I learned something from that video. He went into more detail about how Paul was implicit in being
Mhm.
bringing in making it a political
Yeah. Oh,
political
yeah.
movement.
He worked
I
hard.
thought that was,
Yeah,
Worked
and
hard.
I
Elaine,
myself am tempted to read more on that to find out more detail. But
Oh, it
it's
is
so
his long,
fascinating.
his fuller. I don't know if you saw the whole video on that, but he
No,
goes into
I like to.
depth.
I'll send you the link, and maybe
Oh,
Shauna can put the link in the chat. But yeah, it's a
That
really
man,
good one.
that man
I'd
is
love that.
he's
Love
teaching
that.
high school students in China. They're high school
Oh,
students that are getting
good.
lesson after lesson
And
after
yeah,
lesson on this geopolitical environment that's taking place. It's incredible.
and
I wish
yeah,
Absolutely.
I could have had classes
I
like
mean,
that
that's what
in high school.
that's what everybody's saying.
okay.
Who's
Yeah,
found?
Thank you, Shauna,
yeah.
for putting the link in.
Yeah.
Yep,
Thank you,
the
Elaine.
link is in the chat. Thank you.
You know, to draw.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. A distinction. He brought out at one point the differences in the major differences in religions. And on one hand, a religion can be transactional, or on the other side, transformational.
Yeah.
So here the transaction for the Christian religion was you obey and you will be blessed. You do not obey, you will not be blessed. So the person says, I want to be blessed. I will give my obedience.
Right.
I will give, as opposed to what Jesus was talking about. He was talking about being transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Be transformed. It's a personal thing. It's in the person's control, and it taps into their power. And this is what Paul is changing it over to a transactional religion, and not what Jesus said. He co-opted what he said. He was really brilliant, but it wasn't very honest-hearted.
Well, thank you for the video. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome.
you for
Thank you
coming
for
on,
coming on. Yeah, and anybody wants to come on, we can have 10 people on at a time. And the link is at the top of the chat. All you have to do is go up there and turn off your YouTube, and it'll bring you right on stage. So Dylan, any thoughts that you want to share?
One thing, just because I while I am, wanting to just sort of go deeper into this, the ExJW, wanting to spread the word, I'm having to get back in tune with the part of me that once was in the organization, to where I would be told things and it would just calm my nerves. It would make me feel so connected.
Yes.
I hear different things now, and I'm able to, see this information. And it's a little bit of, it provokes a different feeling. It's a little bit more like, hey, it provokes free thought. It's not so much suppressing me. It's not making me more comfortable, but it's making me, it's making me want to think more. It's making me, it's a live wire. It's not, they're not suppressing me. They're not cooling me down. Cause a lot of times with the Watchtower, it would just be, and then that would be it. And then that's the reason, that's it. So binary, ones and zeros. It expands your thought. You're able to think so much. It really is expansive,
Energizing.
It is, extremely energizing.
One of the folks that comes on regular, she wants to do a comparison of feeling discomfort as opposed to being triggered, the difference between discomfort and triggered. And we told her, well, maybe not tonight because it's New Year's Eve.
No, I honestly, I think it'd be a great idea.
But if she's listening, if you want to come on, Gail.
I want to hear it, Gail.
And talk about triggering versus discomfort. She wanted to do a little exercise, but if she's not ready, that's okay. But we've got Annie still on, and Matthew and Dylan. Anyone that wants to come on, just go to the live chat. Don't be afraid. We're all friends here.
No fear.
No fear.
Love throws fear aside.
That's right. We haven't heard from some of you in a while, so it would be nice for you to come on and share your thoughts. I see Wild Wall is in the chat, and Amy, and also 68 Eka-Mouse. That's Claudia over in Germany. I'm not putting anyone on the spot, but just inviting anyone that wants to come on. So, any other thoughts? Matthew?
Well, I've got gratitude and appreciation. It's something that I chirp quite a bit, but it's renewed. I just thought that was appropriate for New Year. And I wanted to say thank you very much, Joe and Fran, for keeping the lifeline open. And also, when persons go quiet, you come in and you do.
Well, we got some. We have some lively. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matthew.
Is it coming through, Joe, or is it a bit intermittent?
No, it's good. It's good. We're listening.
Well, yeah, no, just keeping the contact alive, Joe and Fran. It's a careful balance, isn't it? To, you want to not be too intrusive, but at the same time, if there's a feeling of a vulnerability or something like that, you also want to send out a lifeline as well. And you folks do that. So thank you very much. And to the community as well. There's various ones. I think of Sheila. I think of, I don't want to pick out too many, so or put anybody on the spot, but you know who you are, and you do it in a really great way. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for your support, Matthew. We truly appreciate you coming on. It looks like Gigi is in the chat. Gigi, we mentioned how you wanted to explain the difference between feeling triggered or feeling uncomfortable. I don't know if you're ready to do that. But also, Amy is backstage. We're trying to get Amy on. And I'm not sure I can do that.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
Amy.
Now you're on. Okay. Now we can see you.
I'm cold.
No, you're cold.
Geez.
Oh, dear. Great to see you.
You too.
How are you doing?
Doing well. Doing well.
Good, good. Any thoughts you want to share about the new year coming in, or?
The new year coming in, I'm looking forward to getting to know myself more. In the chat, people were talking about, I think it was Ika Mouse, Claudia, about learning and studying and reading as much as possible. And that's what I've slowly started gradually doing. I've learned that to stay calm, I have to learn new things in bite sizes rather than, like eating the entire thing all at once, because I was overwhelming myself with my curiosity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I finally feel free, and the fog, the mental fog, fear, obligation, guilt has lifted, and I feel free to learn so much. But then I was stressing myself out from too much newness.
Hey, Amy, if I can lend something on this one, I take in as much information as I can from as many different sources, from all different points of view. And and I'll relate them to people, and they'll ask me, well, is that what you believe? Is that what you believe? And I'll say, I said I'd taken the information. I didn't say I believe it all. I'm considering it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking it under consideration. And, I don't have to believe it.
No.
I don't have to. I have to consider it, because at some point I may feel compelled to make a decision on it. Personal, my decision. But the only way you can make a good decision is if you take in all the information. So, in other words, take the pressure off. Not time to make a decision. I'm considering it. I'm considering it. See, whereas maybe someone's forcing you, and this happens too often, they say, well, do you believe this? Why don't you believe this? You should believe this. You shouldn't believe that. And we usually get forced into a position like that. Well, there's no need to be forced into that position. We consider.
Yeah, over the weekend I was over at a friend's house, and her father and her stepfather both attend a local non-denominational born-again Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the pastors at that church used to be a local JW elder.
Wow.
And I guess they know that, so they are both bombarding me, trying to get me to go to their church.
Oh, dear.
And, I'm trying to, as diplomatically as possible, without insulting them, tell them that I'm not going to join any other religion. I've learned never say never, but right now my never is I'm not joining a man-made organization.
Right. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
You've got to stick to what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. No, and that's your personal preference.
That's right.
Well, now maybe someone else's personal preference is maybe for them their desire for community and involvement like that is more powerful than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, I kind of get why they would keep attaching themselves. I get it.
Well,
But-
my friend apologized for her dad and her stepdad. I said, look, I totally get it. I used to be them, but in a different religion. You know, I'm not offended. You don't need to apologize for them or their behavior. I said,
No.
you know, I hold my own.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a side
Beautiful.
point, Amy and Dylan, you're in the same locality. So I
Oh.
gave you each other's information. So if you want to start a meetup, okay?
Oh,
Now you
yeah.
get to
Yeah, that'd
see
be good.
Meetups.
Yeah.
That would be great. Really, that would be great.
Yeah, Dylan, contact me whenever
Will.
you think of it.
Ooh,
'Cause I have some friends
Oh.
that are from Maryland. No, not Maryland, Delaware.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, DMV area, yeah, like around there.
Yeah,
Oh.
thinking about maybe
Yeah.
meeting midway at one point in an area
Definitely.
to people to other people for a meetup.
I would love
Amy.
that. We should definitely do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Amy.
Hit me up.
For
Remember
sure. I will.
the
Right
meetup?
after.
Remember the meetup we had in Philadelphia? That was a good
so much
nice.
fun. I love that's when I met you guys for the first
I know. I remember. We just want to notice that Gail has come on stage. Welcome, Gail.
Hello, Gail.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you. Hi.
So we were talking about you, Gail.
Oh, was it good?
Yes,
Oh,
it
yes,
was good.
it was always good. No, the thought came up about feeling the difference between discomfort, uncomfortable,
Yeah, I think
and triggered.
I think we'd like to know basically the difference, Gail.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I want to say hello to everybody and welcome. I wanted to give a little background of my history so to know that I am qualified to talk about the subject. I'm not licensed, but I have a lot of training. I actually was trained as a human behaviorist. I'm certified as a nursing assistant. I worked with the elderly who had dementia and Alzheimer's. That was my last place of employment. I got started in 1973. I was 23 years old. I started as a hotline operator. And while I was at work, I received a phone call from a woman who was contemplating committing suicide. So I was able to talk to her. And while I was talking to her, she started going in and out. And I knew she had taken something. I don't know what it was. And she fell to the floor. And fortunately for her and me, the phone went with her. So at the time we had AT&T. So I contacted AT&T to let me know if they can locate where she is. And they did. So they were on the phone with me. I contacted the motel she had registered in. They hung up on me 3 times. I kept saying, you've got someone in there. I know at the time their switchboards would light up. They refused to cooperate. I had no choice. I called the police. The police came and I heard them shuffle around in the room. And the captain of the police department got on the phone and congratulated me for my heroism, and the woman was still alive. So the guy at AT&T and myself, we were cheering. The next thing I know, I got contacted by the Boston Globe, and they wanted to do a front page story on me. I was very shy at the time. I really didn't. I was only 23, and I didn't know how I felt about that, but they insisted. So they came to my house. They photographed me. They did a beautiful article. Then I got presented at the State House in Boston, Mass. with an award. The reason why I'm bringing this up, I want to give you a background of my history and where I'm at today. I'm also gifted from my grandfather. I mean, my grandmother, my grandfather. They were very psychic, and I ended up with that ability. I ended up saving 5 people's lives in my lifetime because I have a keen awareness. 3 were work-related. The other 2, one was an infant. I saved him from being electrocuted, and the other one was a drowning victim. So because of my quick response, I was able to save these 5 people's lives. So after that, I was approached by the director of the agency where I was a hotline operator. They wanted me to do a pilot program and wanted me to go be an outreach worker in a housing project. There was a lot of trouble. It was the beginning of the drug culture, and there was a lot of violence. And before I was going to work there, they got me an apartment where I actually lived in the neighborhood as the outreach worker. But prior to that, I had to work at a playground, which was around the corner, because the parents weren't letting their children go to this playground because of the teenagers were causing a lot of problems and they were in fear of their children's safety. So I worked there and I was able to calm all the teenagers down. And so the parents started bringing their children to the playground. So that was very successful. And from there, I went into the outreach. And from the outreach program, I went into a group home with girls from 14 to 18. They were all court appointed, where they were all removed from their homes. And I worked with them for a few years. And then I went on to do several programs. And I also was I worked for CEDAR, which was a government program that President Nixon set up. And that was a community program which offered training programs for low-income families. And the problem with that, Nixon signed it into law in 1972, but because it wasn't very successful, it closed in 1982. It was a Comprehensive Employment and Training Act. I also did an Outward Bound program with the teenagers that were acting out. So I have kind of a unique background in social services. And then I also was a outreach worker for a summer program, which was connected with the CEDAR program. And then from that, I went into the business field because the money was, I never got an increase in the pay. So, and then I ended up working with the elderly. I was a certified medical assistant to work with the elderly when I was a little older.
Gail, can I interrupt?
Yeah, I'm going to start now.
What if the society did as much like you did? What if they had their people do the kinds of outreach like you did? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It was just wonderful what you've done. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you for that. But I'll tell you, they did use me. The elders used me a lot.
Of course. Yeah.
They contacted me several times. I worked with the elder's daughter who was date raped. And I knew what was going on with her. And I knew exactly what happened. They didn't even have to tell me. She was hospitalized. Yeah. She was beaten up. And she was having flashbacks. I knew exactly what that was because when I worked with that co-ed program, 85% of them were sexually abused. And I worked with a multiple personality as well. I had to go take courses on that. So I knew, I spoke to the elder and I said, look, I know what Jessica's going through. And he told the rest of the elders, the only one that's allowed to talk to my daughter is Gail Murphy.
Yeah.
So I referred her to a rape crisis center. And I'm sorry to say today, she's been disfellowshipped and her daughter just got killed on a motorcycle.
Oh, God,
yeah, you told us that. Yeah, that was
so that's the same girl. And her father was sexually abusive. I knew that for a fact. His brother was bothering young boys. I turned him in, and I got yelled and screamed for that. That boggled my mind to this day.
Yeah.
Because he called me up personally and told me I was a rotten sister.
Oh, dear.
I could have cared less.
That's right. That's right.
Well, he passed away too, and I refused to go to his wake. And I said, look, once a pedophile, always a pedophile. I'm sorry, your father was one, your brother's one, and you're one. It runs in the family. Because obviously your father,
I'm sure you've
used
seen
you as well. So, they used me quite a bit for helping others. Rather than them doing it themselves, they used me a lot. They still, to this day, this is the true fact, they still call me up to this day. I helped them. I actually helped an elder's father. They put in a nursing home. I think I told you about him. And then a sister who lives in Florida that nobody helped out. She's got Alzheimer's. Well, anyway, that being said, they did use me.
We'd like to know the difference, though, still between. And I appreciate.
I don't mean to go on and on, but that opens.
Look, what you've done, what you're doing is giving
up a whole can of worms.
You're giving an example and a model for the types of activities that we can be a part of, how we can help. You're giving us that example, and we appreciate that.
Okay, I think this is about maybe 5 minutes long, but I just want to let everybody know I'm not I am not diagnosing anyone. This is just information that I have received in my lifetime in my different jobs. I knew the difference, what a trigger is being from feeling uncomfortable. And I'm going to start off with feeling uncomfortable. All of us have felt uncomfortable one way or another, and I'll give a couple examples. I'll give you an example that's happened to me several times in the Kingdom Hall. If an elder or a brother gets too close to you, we all have like a boundary around us. And if they get close for comfort, that makes me feel uncomfortable. That's one example. You may be listening to something that is disturbing, or maybe watching a movie or a TV show or a conversation that's very uncomfortable. It could be sexual. So you get that feeling, well, gee, this isn't going well with me. I don't think I want to listen to this anymore. So that's when you can shut it off. But that's feeling uncomfortable. And you can get, we all get annoyed with people. People say things that, make us feel uncomfortable. But triggering is a different story. And there's a plenty out there in this world to trigger all of us. But the kind of triggers I'm talking about is a trigger that reactivates a past trauma and a painful event. Triggers can be a person, it can be a place, thing, situation that elicits an intense, unexpected emotional response or causes the person to relive a past trauma. Even though it is over, you continue to react. Problem with trauma is your body keeps the score, and that's really a fact. It does. Your body does keep the score. So what can we do? What can some of us do? We can get social support. This is an avenue and a platform for social support, being on Joe's show and Fran's. Deep breathing exercising helps. Notice your thoughts, and as soon as you start to react, try to shift your attention away. This takes a lot of practice, but it works. And then you can trick your brain. I was going to do a breathing exercise with everybody at the end, if that's all right with everybody, how to do a deep breathing exercise. And call a friend. And most importantly, give yourself a positive, affirmative statements to yourself. Say, I'm good. I love myself. I'm a decent person. I didn't cause this. I didn't want this to happen to me. I'm a good person. Keep telling yourself that you're a good, decent person. And it wasn't your fault. Remember that. It's never, ever the victim's fault. Never. So, and and also we're all responsible for how we feel. And what I want everyone to do is, when you can do this on your own time, get a piece of paper and make a line down the middle. On the left side, put what I can control. You write all the things that you have control over. On the right-hand side, what can I not control? What are some of the things that I can definitely know I cannot control? And on that one, after you wrote everything down on what you cannot control, roll it up in a ball and throw it away. Get rid of it. It's out of life. So in closing, I just want to say that as a group, we want to foster a platform where we come to feel safe, supportive of one another, a place where we can listen, express ourselves, hear other stories, but we want to be mindful and careful of just how much personal information you want to share. Sometimes we don't even realize that we said something that hurt another person's feelings, and we cannot always know people's triggers instantly. So we want to refrain from graphic descriptions or unexpected sensitive topics. If you're going to bring up something that's somebody might get triggered by, just give them a content warning. Let the person know this is what I'm going to be discussing. So, and it might be a potential trigger for you. So that gives the person the opportunity that they know something's coming, so they can either listen or they can shut it off and come back later. That'll be, that's up to us. If we're going to divulge information that might be tough for someone else's ears. So that's what I wanted to, because I know there was a couple of instances where there was some triggers. So I thought, I actually asked Joe and Fran before I brought this up that I thought this might be helpful for others about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Gail,
thank you so much, Gail.
We've got some comments.
Yeah.
A friend in Canada said, breathwork has been a lifesaver for me as well. Good on you, Gail. Breathwork really works. They really appreciate that.
I'm going to add something to what you're saying, Gail. We tell ourselves, it wasn't my fault. They weren't my thoughts, etc. There's a mindset that said, that basically directs us to say the things that makes me feel strong. In other words, we could catch ourselves too often saying things that are downgrading or degrading for ourselves,
Yes.
or weakening.
Mhm.
No. Purposely say the things that make us feel strong. And it's a mindful thing. You have to actually consider it, and then you may have to reformulate what you were going to say to yourself and say the strengthening part.
Mhm.
And the same goes for what we can say for each other. Say the thing that helps the other person feel strong. You
Well,
know?
what goes along with trauma is shame, feeling shamed.
Mhm.
When you blame yourself, not everybody, but some of us blame ourselves.
Yeah.
Especially if you were a child. Why didn't I
Yeah.
run away? Why
Yeah.
didn't I fight back?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You beat yourself up like we beat ourselves up. Why did we join this horrible religion?
Mhm.
Right.
So it's kind of the
Mhm.
same thing. I
Gail?
don't know. Yes.
Oh, Amy also says self-affirmations in the mirror. I do them regularly. So what you're
Good.
saying is resonating with folks. They really appreciate it.
I'm
Does
glad you
everybody
came on.
know how to do the deep breathing exercises when they're feeling anxious? It helps with anxiety and panic attacks.
Tell us, please.
Does everybody know how to do them?
No, we
No.
don't. Tell us.
Okay, I want everybody to close your eyes and think really positive thoughts. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. In through your nose. Ready? Go. Hold it for a couple of seconds, then breathe out. We're going to do this again. We're going to repeat it. We're going to blow in through our nose and then breathe out through our mouth. Number 3, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, here's a little trick for your brain. We can trick our brains. When you're feeling like something is triggering you, you take your eyebrows, raise your eyebrows, and put a smile on your face. Now, believe it or not, it triggers your brain. It gets off the thought, and you lift up those eyebrows real high. So you put a fake smile on, and then you put a smile on, and you're taking your mind off of what happened. Try it. It works. It sounds silly, but you're tricking your brain.
I'm doing it, Gail. I'm with
powerful.
you.
It's powerful, Gail.
It sounds silly, but it works. I did it today.
This is that mindful. This is that mindfulness. You know,
Yes.
it's mindful.
Sten said I took a breath earlier and nearly choked to death on my sensible eating. You're not supposed to do it while you're eating. Oh, dear.
But that's just a couple of
thank
things
you,
that
Gail.
I was taught.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.
We'll need to hear. We'll need to hear more from you in the future, Gail.
Oh, Joe and I used to do breath work with Huff. Is that how you say
I
it?
think it's
Huff. Yeah.
I think.
I don't
The
know.
Wim
Look it
Hof.
up.
The Wim
What is
Hof.
it?
Yes.
The Wim Hof
Yes.
method. A really good method.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
Wim
Wim
Hof.
Hof,
Oh,
yeah.
it's incredible.
Yeah, you do it right
Amazing.
along with him. Yeah.
Amazing.
And he's
Or
the one
you
that likes
can punch your
cold,
pillow and scream.
cold showers.
We had a punching bag.
Um,
We had a punching bag in one of
Okay.
the girls.
punching bag.
Hello, Dallas.
Hi,
And
Dallas.
Claudia.
Thank you, Gal.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hang
you're
in there.
welcome.
Hi, Dallas. Are you smiling and raising your eyebrows?
Let's see it.
Smile. There you go. Happy thoughts.
You know, this is powerful too for driving. When you're driving,
Yeah.
and let's say there's a circumstance of a tactical maneuver you had to make or someone makes, and you catch sight of the other person, they catch sight of you, and maybe there's some instant flashing of
Anger.
And that's not the time. That's not the time to show your game face, if you know what I mean. They say that's the time to brighten your face, And that's what Gail was talking about. It's brightening. You're lifting your eyebrows and opening,
And smile.
lighten.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it could be disastrous. It's powerful. It really is powerful. Brighten.
Hey, Rick's joining
It
us.
works for ourselves. It works. Yeah.
Rick from Six Strings. Hi, Rick.
Hi, Rick. Rick is here.
Yeah.
Well,
Hello,
I wanted
Rick.
to say hello, everyone. It's so good to see everybody.
Good to
was
see
just
you.
I was just,
Oops.
What happened?
Come back, Rick.
all right. So anyways, I want to wish everyone a happy new year. My goodness gracious. I just jumped on YouTube and saw you guys on here, and
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for coming on, Rick.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Rick.
No,
Happy New Year, Rick.
and Rick, we want to thank you.
And Happy New Year, y'all.
Dallas, we want to thank Rick for how many years of active helping us as ExJWs. It's going to be 20.
Is it how many years, Rick?
Rick? Whoops, did we lose Rick?
Can he? I don't know.
yeah, in fact, it's 20 years of doing this. Yeah, in fact, I don't know if everyone can hear me or not. They might
Yes,
have
we can. Yes,
Thumbs up.
We can hear you.
we can.
Yeah. So, anyways, in fact, I was just jumping through YouTube. I saw you folks on here, and just wanted to come in. And I see Matthew was on there as well.
Yes, Matthew is on. Yes, Matthew's on.
Yeah.
Howdy,
So,
Chris.
excellent. I'm gonna just jump out of here for a second and come right back in again. I'm having some issues here with something, so give me a few minutes.
Okay, we're here.
I'll be right back
You come
on.
back.
Yep.
You come back.
We also want to say hello to Claudia. Claudia's
Claudia.
coming in from Germany. And you're already in the
Claudia
20.
is celebrating. She's celebrating the new year ahead of us.
But
Well-
a really important message for you.
Maybe-
The important message is it's now 2:23 in 2026.
Wow.
Armageddon has not come yet.
Oh,
Well, Happy New Year to you, Claudia, over in
Happy New
Germany.
Year.
Yes.
Germany.
Yes,
to you,
yes,
Dallas.
Germany, Dallas.
Do you know
And-
what, Dallas?
I know some things about German because one of my cousins, she's half German with relatives in Germany.
wow.
It's because a ex-husband of a biological aunt who's from Germany. That's how.
Wow. That's cool.
And
man.
and still alive, and for their grandchild.
Wow.
And Dallas, I won't do it now, but I can speak your accent. It's my favorite accent about America. And the other great thing about you, I trust to be very intelligent, but you remember all the names. I couldn't do that. Ever since I left Jehovah's Witnesses, I can't remember names. You, when you went into this chat, you knew all the first names. You're so much brighter than me. I'm so proud of you. You're a genius.
Don't give up. You're gonna get better at it.
I'll learn.
That's right.
You will.
You're my hero.
Don't give up no hope on that.
You are a wonderful person, and you are my hero.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Good. What one lady said earlier, she's off again. I've spent, you all know I left more than 30 years ago. And there was back then something in the Bible that when you found the truth and you don't follow it, God will punish you extremely. So I decided I'm still searching. And therefore I spent 30 years searching for the truth. And I probably know more than many people know about all the religions, all the theories, all the conspiracy theories, the Rosicrucians and the Freemasons. I know it all. But one thing I don't know, I still don't know the truth. I know 1,000 versions of the truth. And this
That's
you will
right.
find if you still have 30 years time and you spend 30 years searching. In the end, your head is full of everything, and you know that you know nothing.
Wow.
Right. Yep.
See, and I appreciate that too. I really do. And what I've personally come to realize that we can be concerned about truth, but if we don't speak it ourselves, we don't know the truth. We're the ones that need to bring forth truth ourselves. Otherwise, it's so easy. I mean, it's just so easy to be, well, dishonest, because we're fitting into a program, we're fitting into an organization, we're fitting into a persona. Well, that's not living truth. That's not living the truth, our truth. And I'm not looking for the truth. I'm looking to be truthful.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
There is another point. You showed this Chinese man, I don't know his name, but he has one video on the Mona. He calls it Mona, the original source of everything.
yes, the monad. Yeah.
And I'm after I've learned so much, I still believe that the truth, the way to the divine, the way to the creation of it all has to be as simple as the most simple person created by
I
God.
agree.
Because
Absolutely.
if God creates simple people, then the solution must be ever so simple.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I hold on to. In my
Absolutely.
opinion, we simply have to be good people, regardless what they all tell us. And there are millions of rules. I could follow them all. And the other thing about the breathing, yes, I know all the breathing rules. It's always 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. But I'm a very clumsy person. And whenever something goes wrong, and permanently something goes wrong with me, I laugh with God. When I fall horribly and I survive, I always laugh with God. And I say, well, this could have been my hand, but you saved me again.
Oops, we lost you. We lost you.
There you go. Well, you're in and out.
Well, I think I'm back on here now with Joe and Fran and friends. I think you can hear me now.
Yes.
I can't.
Well, good to hear from you, Dallas. But
Well,
I
great
have to
to hear
tell
from
you
you
folks,
too, Rick.
well, we're going to be leaving 2025 here shortly, but I have to tell you, this was one of the
Thank you so much.
This was one of the most destructive years for the Watchtower. Unbelievable. And we're going to see 2026 is going to be worse for the Watchtower.
Yep.
We've had a lot of people leave the Jehovah's Witness religion this year, more than, well, I've been doing this program now for 20 years, and I've never seen so many people leaving the Watchtower and so many PMOs right now. So 2025 is a bad year. I'm sure the Watchtower is going to be glad when it's over, but they're heading into 2026, and it's going to even be worse. Yep.
Nope.
For them.
But the good thing is, the good thing is, and you folks have probably noticed it too, things have really got upbeat here with the amount of people coming into, listen to these programs on YouTube, and the amount of people coming and calling into the 6 screens has just been unbelievable. And in the last month, some of our programs actually doubled, and it actually shows me that's speaking volumes. That's showing that there's so many people right on the edge of leaving the Watchtower, and they're looking for as much information as they possibly can get. So they're tuning into your program, Joe and Fran, and Fixing Your Faith, and
Rick, I have to jump in on this one, Rick, and tell you that there's a dear friend listening right now. He's a PMO. He doesn't want to be in, but there's reasons, and he says people have to wake up and smell the coffee, and basically we are preparing the coffee. We want them to be attracted to coming out. We want them to come out because of the good that they see being done, and that's what we're here for. This make that coffee something attractive for them to come to, and you're doing it. We're trying to do it.
And Rick, one thing that happened in 2025 that was made history. It was in Tewksbury. It was August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And just for the audience who's not familiar, Rick hosted the first ever world's first ExJW convention. Yes. It was a 3-day, and we were there, and Rick was there, and Barbara Anderson, and Gail was there. So many were there, and that was a feat. I mean, it took you 2 years to organize that and bring it all together. And there were a lot of ups and downs with that, but you did it, Rick.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, it was really. I was nervous, to be quite frank, because I really promoted it big time, and
you put a lot of yourself into it.
I had a lot of these people. Well, I'm going to come, Rick. I'm going to be there. And then the very last week, people wrote me and said, well, Rick, I won't be able to make it. The plane, the way they were doing the plane flights with the, you need a real ID and what have you. So it created some issues. Then the night we really started it, the night before, we had big storms up here in Boston. So I figured, this is going to be a real dud. But I was projecting about 350 people that would attend, and we did get that number. We're a little bit over 350, and they weren't all coming in and sitting in the auditorium at once. They found a lot of support just being out in the hallway talking, and we had a number of tables out there. Joe and Fran had a table. We had actually 15 tables of authors and people that were exposing the Watchtower, and they would stay out there and talk, and they found support. And of course, there was a movie that was also being filmed there. And hopefully, from what I understand, that movie will be out probably within the next couple of months. They're still working on it, getting it all together. But it was a good experience for all of us. It really was an event that those who went, I think, will remember it for a long, long time,
Absolutely. And we thank you for that, Rick. We really do.
Well, you're very welcome. We get people now saying, Rick, you're going to have another one? You're going to do another one? Well, we're working on it. We're thinking about it. I'm not sure it's going to happen.
Take a breather from it.
There was a lot of work for you. But also, Linda James just joined us.
Thank you, Rick.
Welcome, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for that, Gigi. That was really helpful.
Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you.
I appreciate that. And we might need to be reminded at times, because we just do. So at least I know I do. I need to be reminded. But yeah, it's good to be here. I wanted to share that this Saturday, for the show that I do on Saturday nights, it usually starts at 9 p.m., but I'm going to start at 7 p.m. this Saturday, because we're going to celebrate Vinny's life and just take some time to talk about him, have some memories, and, his partner will be there. And just because I think it's important for us to take the time, and so we can have some tears and we can have some laughs. When we were in the Watchtower, it's usually, if we were crying or if we were mourning, it's kind of like, what are you crying about? We're going to see them in the new system, almost as though we should not be mourning. So this is an okay time to mourn and support his partner, and, just kind of be there, because he was a very, very valuable man within this community. And I very much appreciated him.
Excuse me, Linda, just for the audience, in case anyone doesn't know, you want to just give a look. And also it's 7 o'clock your time in California?
Correct.
So it's 9
Correct.
7 your time.
7.
Correct, yes.
Okay,
I'll be starting my show 2 hours early this Saturday.
I'm so glad.
And I'll put up some flyers.
Okay, great.
We'll be there.
Yeah, and you want to tell the audience about who Vinny is?
Yeah, Vinny Vincent is a unique personality. He's kind of badass. And yes, he would tell stories about his time in the org. And I couldn't figure out how this man ever got recruited until yesterday. Oh, his parents were Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, now it all makes sense, you know.
Wow.
But I wasn't like as close to him as others were. So it's an Amber thing. She'll be joining me. She's like, we were chatting and she says, I just talked to him last week and I can't stop crying. I'm like, well, you're not, that's the where you're supposed to be. If you talked to him last week, you guys are close friends, you know? Yeah. So she and I will be on the show, and as Shauna has mentioned earlier, 10 people can come along. So, you know, if you want to join us and give your thoughts about him, and maybe one of your favorites or some of your favorite videos that he made, because he just was very unique and protective, and at the same time explaining how this culture was. He did that very well, you know. Yeah. And he put time aside with the intention of us healing. He gave new perspectives, which we need, new possibilities in our way of thinking and options, because we're very being that we're so isolated, we kind of just believed we had so many choices in life and weren't made aware of other possibilities. So he was good at letting us know of other possibilities that, of course, we would never think of because we just never heard of them, you know. So I would declare him worldly in a good way.
Yeah.
So he was experienced in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, just in case Rick doesn't know who we're talking about, Rick, we're talking about Vinnie Vincent, passed away just this past week, and he was a YouTuber.
Right. I didn't hear that. No, boy.
No, do you know? Did you ever hear of Vinnie Vincent?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he did pass away Sunday, the 27th, and so on Linda's program, they're going to have like a little memorial. Would you say?
Celebration of his life. Yeah.
Yeah, celebration of his life.
Well, very good, Linda. In fact, the Foster Baby's been doing very good lately. She's got some really good programs. And Linda, I get so many people still writing me about you. And they say, we miss Linda. And they really, really loved your program, Linda. And you have a very unique way of dealing with people. You've got a lot of ability, Linda. And you want to put that to good use, what you're doing. So good job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Rick. That means a lot to me. And thank you for that confirmation. I appreciate you very much. You let me be on your platform for years. So that got me very equipped for when I started my channel. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We got ours on Rick's program. Rick had us on for a year. And, we met a lot of people on Rick's program.
Yeah, the fascinating thing about it all is we've had, since I've been doing these programs for 20 years, we've had 194 unique programs on the 6 screens. And what I find, though, back then, when we started doing these live broadcasts, it wasn't on YouTube. YouTube and Facebook, you couldn't go live on them. So we were just doing it on a telephone line. But what I found back then, there was no critical news really about the Watchtower. 20 years ago, it was all positive stuff about the Watchtower. They're coming into the conventions, the Chamber of Commerce loved them, they're spending money, and it was just starting to creep in these stories of pedophilia and child molestation in the Watchtower. And but back then it wasn't the stories like now. Now this week on our program, we're going to give the top stories for 2025. And boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of them on there. And really, when you stop and think about it, this year was really a good year for us activists, because not only were so many new creators coming on YouTube and more people posting on the internet, but also we had governments coming down on the Watchtower, numerous governments, France and Norway and Belgium and Sweden, and there was a dozen, Japan, there's a dozen nations that are coming down. So it's not just all of us apostates fighting the Watchtower. Now we got nations on our side. We're starting to get some points on the scoreboard, so it's good.
It's a very good point that you make there, because when I left more than 30 years ago, and even earlier, nobody believed us. Nobody believed what they did to us when we were children. And only now in recent years, you can suddenly breathe out and you say, yes, I wasn't alone. And I know how many we were. But back then, they said you were crazy and you were a liar, because Jehovah's Witness had this great reputation. This was one of the motivations of mine, to build up this perfect life, to prove to them all that we don't end up in the gutters. We are good people and we have a good heart, and they won't put us down. But many of us ended in bad situations, and that gave them again more fire for them, that they take people off the street. But in reality, they did to us things that are unbelievable.
You know, there's a really powerful scripture. It's a principle. I mean, basically, it's what a man is sowing, this you'll also reap. And the Watchtower has sown so much abuse and criminality that I don't see how they can escape any of the retaliation from that. There's no way they're going to escape that. They can't escape it.
I saw today on Facebook, on some ex-Jehovah's Witness group, they talked about a young girl where they turn off the life machines now. She committed suicide. She tried to at 18 didn't survive. And the woman who wrote it, left years ago, and knew the girl from when she was 13. I'm German. My English is horrible. Forgive me. And
you're doing.
I thought then about the size of the congregation in 1975 when I was 7, and we needed chairs. The place was packed. People were standing. And then I thought of the size of the congregation later, and I thought how many people I knew that committed suicide within the organization, how many left the organization, and how many came to the organization. I can tell you one thing: we were more people in 1975 than people that are there now. And if you think how many they really gained from door to door, and how many they lost due to disfellowshipment and suicide and blood transfusions, then if they hadn't gone from door to door, but simply taken care of the people, there would have been more than they are now. Thank you.
That's right. That's true. Yes, I did read that Facebook page, Claudia. It was very sad. Too many have lost their lives.
You know, we're going to look back when the dust settles from the adjustments that's going to be made about that organization and the government involvement. We're going to look back and realize that we were involved in probably the world's most powerful psychological operation. It was a psyop. It really was a psyop. And it's taking time to come to see this and for it to come out, but we're surviving it.
Yes.
Can't hear?
Oh, you can't hear us? Wait a minute. Are we muted?
I think we can hear you. It's someone in the comments.
Anyone not hear us?
I think it's just some typing that's happening in the background.
Oh, typing.
Oh, typing. Okay.
We can hear you guys.
Yeah, if you're typing, just mute. Yeah, just mute yourself.
Oh, that's me.
if you're
I'm sorry.
typing.
That's me. That's
Someone wants to be a secretary.
Well, Joe and
sorry. I'm having.
I wanted to say too. I wanted to say that you're seeing some of these AI videos coming out on YouTube, and they're very, very good. And I'll tell you, we produced a few here ourselves, and it's unbelievable the amount of PIMQs and even active Jehovah's Witnesses that are looking at some of these AI video shots on YouTube and on Facebook Reels. And we've produced a few of them here in the last month, and we put them up, and it's phenomenal the amount of people that are commenting on them. And these are like active witnesses. They're see, I believe this. I believe that people think in pictures, they remember in pictures, and they move to action in pictures. And they see these little pictures, it really gets their attention. And I've had a number of people write me and say, I did one, for example, on Charles Taze Russell being like a jellyfish. And
It was tremendous.
And
So,
it
so
looks
Rick,
really.
where can people find them? I think you've put out 3 so far.
Yeah, in fact, we got another one coming out this week. It's Rutherford and Prohibition. So that'll be
boy.
out by the end of the week. We're trying to do one a week. And consequently, if you go to my YouTube channel, 6 Screens YouTube, Rick Farron YouTube, and just go under Shots, it is listed right there. It's like a little menu at the top. It says Shots. You could see them. But I've got people are writing me and saying, I've never heard of this. Now, all of us have heard of, Johannes Grieber and the United Nations and Rutherford, Russell being a jellyfish. But there's so many new people coming out that this is all new to them. And they're like flabbergasted by it. And they're even saying, is this true? And, we try to keep it as factual as you possibly can. Well, there goes one now. I think someone's putting it up. Yep.
Thank you, Shauna.
Even the night of his death, the veracity surrounding Charles Taze Russell was revealed, as Jehovah's Witness theology rests on pagan practices and spiritual uncertainty. In a discourse from 1913, Russell exalted Freemason beliefs and their teachings to the extent of using Masonic images within his own publications. Russell pompously alluded to those within this divine masonry, including himself, as the only ones with spiritual insight. The Masonic symbol of the winged sun disk graced the covers of many early Watchtower publications. Of monumental interest is that the Watchtower Society inadvertently noted that this Egyptian symbol is idolatrous, with no mention of the fact that it graced the covers of early publications. Masonic and pagan connections saturated the early history of the Watchtower Society, including the night of Charles Taze Russell's death. On Halloween night in 1916, when traveling back from his ministerial tour, Russell died in the train car as a result of multiple ailments. Russell's last request was to be wrapped in a Roman toga using Pullman sheets, buried in Rosemont United Cemetery in the outskirts of Pittsburgh. A 9-foot stone pyramid with Watchtower Bible and Tract Society and the Masonic symbol engraved on its side lies adjacent to his gravestone. The Watchtower Society removed it in 2021 as it contradicted later Jehovah's Witness teachings, distancing themselves from the origins of their founding father and theology that does not come from the God of the Bible.
Fabulous.
Thank you, Shauna, for putting that up.
Yeah, thank you, Shauna. So, it's getting the attention of Jehovah's Witnesses, those that are questioning, and even, some loyal witnesses, they don't tell me they're, ex-witnesses, but it's just connecting with people I've never even knew before, a lot of new friends, so to speak. So it's working, but not only our videos, there's some other people too that are doing. John Ledger, for example, he does really good work. He's one of the top people putting good information out on YouTube. He does a fantastic job. He's a good guy, and he's doing some AI too, and it's really connecting.
I've got to say, Rick, the idea that your videos gave me is that what if the theme of the video was the governing body repents, and it portrays them as being contrite. They're sorry, and they want to make things right. They are going to do everything they can to straighten out the problems that they've made. And AI could do this. I mean, it could make every one of them say all the things that we know they should be saying. I think that would be fabulous.
Well, that's a good idea, Joe. And, what I noticed too when we were putting these videos up on YouTube, especially Facebook, not as bad. But when we put the YouTube videos up, these shots that we did, these AI shots, boy, I'll tell you, YouTube really questions you.
Yeah.
Is any of this recreated? These real people talking? Is it another person talking? You have to answer a lot of questions, but they will put a disclaimer up. But I'm glad they do, because I mean, you really can't. Now, even that picture we have of Russell in a toga, that'll stay in people's minds, but it might not have looked exactly like that.
Doesn't have to. No.
They'll put a disclaimer up on it.
It plants the idea in their mind. It's beautiful.
We just want to say hello to Ruby, because Ruby has something else going on, but she's popped in for a minute.
Hello, Ruby.
Hello.
Guys, how's it going? Hi, Ruby.
Hello, Ruby.
Hey, guys, I totally forgot. Oh my God, and I just saw your message and I said, oh my God, why do I keep forgetting? It's New Year's Eve.
We're so forgettable. Go ahead.
I know, but I'm so excited. Happy New Year to everybody. Did you guys go over already like resolutions and things like that? Did I miss it?
No. Do you have a resolution?
We don't have any resolutions.
Do you have
What's
one?
yours?
Really? I think
so you don't either.
Not planned ones, no, but I do have an idea for 2026, because 2026 for me is going to be more about learning things. Like I really want to learn about the things, kind of like the things that I'm into. I want to dive deeper into those things, because I feel like we're always into other people's stories or ideas or or like whatever it may be. We're always focused on everybody else, and sometimes I feel like I get lost in that, and then I forget, what am I interested in? What do I like to do? What's my favorite color? Like some of those things might be simple to some people, but for me it's a big deal. So 2026, I am going to focus on those types of things, like the little things, like reading a book or something,
Nice.
Well, that's nice.
You caused me to think about it now that you challenged me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We were talking about this. We're resolving to do nothing but be inviting and attractive for any of the friends still in the organization who are going through so much. They're going through so much anxiety now. I don't care, even if they're PMEs. They're going through anxiety. We want them to see that they have a welcoming and realistic group of people. It doesn't have to be an organization, but just to come out to some people that really do. That's our goal. Rather than to be adversarial. We don't want to be adversarial.
That's a good one, and I feel like you guys have the open door for that. Like that's how I found you guys. A lot of people in this community have found that through you guys. Like through the Discord, and I'm happy, and that's why I'm always like, whenever I look back on things, I'm thankful that I'm involved in it, because it provides that for them. And I always look at it like this is not something that I necessarily created, but at least I'm participating. Like I'm present, I'm there, I'm like the way we communicate, the way we do our virtual events, it's like we are together even though we're not in the same room at the same time, and I love that.
Yep. Beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Glad to be a part.
Do we hear the children in the background, Ruby?
Oh yeah, everybody is awake right now. Hold on, let me see.
That's nice.
Wish them a new year for us.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ruby, and Happy New Year to y'all kids too.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. Go ahead.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Girl, you want to say hi? Say Happy New Year. Go ahead.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Well, thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
All right. Yeah, so we're gonna do actually a movie night on Discord. Turn on the light. You have to turn on the light. Okay, Brielle wants to show her face. Hold on. Okay, sit down. Okay, go ahead. Wait.
Make sure you smile.
Okay. Okay, there you go. Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New
Well,
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year's.
Hey, meet Toby.
So yeah, we're gonna actually watch a movie on Discord. Actually, this was a last minute thing, and I don't even know really what the movie is about, if it's scary or not. But
Tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna watch a movie on Discord tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
What movie are you
After this,
watching?
what time?
right now, actually, I have to call
Okay.
Tony. I have to call Tony because she's the one who's gonna stream it for us.
Okay.
But it's like a crime thriller, so I don't know if it's scary or suspenseful. But I guess we're gonna ring in the new year with murder. So if you
Okay.
And a Happy New Year to Tony, too.
I know. I'm gonna text her right now.
Jay just said I toasted for the first time today. And Ruby, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color.
Black and white.
No, black.
Oh, that's good.
My favorite.
Black?
Where's my phone? Yeah, my favorite color has always been black.
Wow.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Hi.
If my mom would have allowed me, I would have painted my room black, like a black wall,
Yeah.
and accent it with like another type of color. But I did purple and fuchsia, so
Yeah.
black is my thing. I always wear black clothes, black everything. But maybe 2026 we should discover
me
something
too.
out of our. Yeah,
Me
so
too.
maybe
I'm always in black too.
well,
I think Ruby, she likes that color so much, she likes black licorice.
I've never had that though. But 2026, I think we should try something new and different. That's gonna be my challenge for 2026.
Nice.
Doing things out of our comfort zone, something new, something fresh, but something that we never got to do, which is how I try to do things anyway. Because like I do like the Discord stuff, and I'm like, I've never seen this movie before. I always want to try new things, and since I can't really do that physically, at least we could do it virtually. So I'm gonna try to stick with that.
And just
That'll be
to
good.
let everyone know, we're on for another hour because it is New Year's Eve. So anyone wants to stick with us, but if you want to go see the thriller movie, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna call her and see if she wants to join or if she wants to start the movie. So I'll be
Okay.
right back.
We're here.
Okay, yeah, we hope Tony can join.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Annie came back on. Annie, I'm glad you came back on.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of problems tonight. Keeps going off and keeps saying
Could be
something's
the weather.
wrong. Try again.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people around. I bet a lot
Yeah.
of people
That's what I
around.
was thinking too. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
a lot of phone calls, overseas phone
Yes.
calls and things like that being
Oh,
made.
yeah.
Facebook
that makes
probably
sense.
is saturated.
I bet.
Well, Joe and Fran, everyone, I wish you all a happy new year. I got some champagne, and my wife Susan and I were gonna do a little dance in the driveway tonight.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna do a little toasting too, Rick?
Well, I think we'll cling the glasses of the watch.
There you go. Well, Happy New Year, and say hello to Susan.
Happy New Year.
So glad to see everybody, and keep up
Yes,
the good work.
thank you for coming on.
Yes.
We love
And
you.
a Happy New Year to you, Rick and Susan.
Thank you. You guys
Much
keep
love.
cranking away. We're at it.
Why,
Don't you
yeah.
ever give you an up or out. Thank you.
Still exists 26, Rick.
Yes, 2026.
To 2026.
Still exists 26.
Yes, in fact, they're trying to keep some nice rhymes. Yeah, it'd be good. So I like what Ruby was saying about New Year's resolutions. Did anyone make any at all?
I did.
Yeah, what was it?
Well, I want to be healthier this year because I've had a lot of health problems. And I also, I'm hoping for peace worldwide and to start working more on myself and try to do more acts of kindness if I can.
Well, very good,
That's
Gail.
beautiful.
That's a good New Year's resolution. Yes.
That is good.
Well, you guys all keep cranking. I'll see you Saturday night. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, you
Love
Rick.
you, Rick. Yep.
Bye, Rick.
6 screens.
Love to Susan.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So nice came in.
Yeah, we have a nice group tonight. We really appreciate everyone coming on. Like we said, we're going till 10 o'clock. If anyone else would like to join us, or if you didn't get a chance to say something, please feel free.
I guess I think I would like to comment on something that Gail said, and that is she's talking about triggering people and giving warnings, but different things trigger different people. So how can you know ahead of time necessarily what might trigger someone?
Well, that's what I said when I was talking, that you don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I addressed
That's
that
so
when I was talking.
You know, and it's true. I mean, in all fairness, we don't know sometimes, and it can happen easily. I mean, you know, it's not an act of maliciousness if that happens, but you know, if you care and if you're interested, it's an opportunity to find out about that person and to show compassion for them. It's an end. It's an opportunity because you know.
I guess I was thinking. Sorry, Joe. I guess I was thinking on a platform like this that you could say something that might be triggering to someone, and you have no way of knowing that.
Well, of course, it's true. It's true.
I like what Gail said. It's the way we handle it. What do we do when we get triggered? You know, I guess we were listening to a video, and they said, you know, in other words, you get sad, okay? And what they started doing, like in the 80s with children or young adults, we got a pill for that. You know, depression. Yeah. We'll put you on we'll put you on medication. And so many children and young people were on medication, but they didn't know how to deal with their feelings. Now, feeling sad is a normal reaction. Feeling, desperate, feeling, anxious, feeling embarrassed. These are normal feelings, and maybe we can talk about that sometime.
The problem comes in though is when it's an extreme feeling because of an abuse.
Right.
And I think maybe that's what you're relating right now or referring to.
Yeah.
In other words, there are people who are coming on, and so many of them, of us, have been hurt, stolen from, cheated, lied to, and we're probably going to carry that the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And in most cases, we're going to learn how to adjust that burden, but at times it's going to feel like someone is adding to it. You just added to what I was trying to lessen. Well, they probably didn't mean to, but at that point, there's the opportunity to share, to let them know. You know, here's what's weighing on me, and you'll find a friend. You'll probably find a friend if they're able to be a friend.
Hey, Joe and Fran, can we watch that 8-minute video from Bessel van der Hoek? It's all about trauma. It's excellent. It's 8 minutes long. If you can find him, he explains how he discovered trauma. He was working with soldiers that were.
Okay, so what's his name?
But I don't know which one it is, though, Gail.
What's his name?
What is trauma? And it's Bessel, Bessel, van der Koch, and it's 8 minutes. It's What is Trauma is the name of it. It's an excellent video on trauma.
Okay.
Well, look.
Do you have the link? Okay, Shauna said Gail should send you the link. Do you have a link?
No.
Oh,
No, I don't know
okay.
how to
Well,
do
we'll
that.
Well, look, I'm going to
I'm
look for it.
I'm not savvy with that. I'll look it up though.
Cecil Van.
I'll
what
look.
is trauma? It
Yeah.
was the name of it. What is trauma? Okay, maybe just
Vessel. It's worth watching. Vander. Oh, Koch. I got the wrong last name. Vessel Vander Koch. He's a psychiatrist, and
How the body keeps score on trauma.
Is that it? How the body keeps the score on trauma? That one?
No, it's what is trauma. It's his first one he made.
What is trauma?
Bye, Jane.
Anybody find it?
Not Jane.
What is trauma? Someone come on?
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of them. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, maybe next time.
Well, no, hold on.
She
It
can
says
send
what
it.
is trauma.
I got it. What is trauma? The author of the book keeps the score.
All right, want to send it to me, and I'll send it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think that's.
If you don't mind, Shauna, we'll send you the link.
That's 7 minutes and 48 seconds. I think
it's worth watching.
I think we can.
All right, let me see. You should
I've put the link in the comments, Joe and Fran.
Okay, thank you.
What is
Thank you
trauma?
very much.
Good. You're
All
welcome.
right, we'll send it over to Shauna.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. All right, sending it. WhatsApp, Shauna. Okay, I know we asked Shauna to do so many things on the spur of the moment. We truly appreciate that. Okay, it might take a minute or so to get it up. So did anyone else have anything to say while we're waiting?
I was just seeing all the comments, all the nice comments. I wanted to say thank you guys. And I hope y'all are having a good New Year, really.
You too, Dylan.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on tonight, Dylan.
Dylan, where are you from?
I'm originally from, thank you. I was originally from New Orleans, but now I'm living in Pennsylvania.
Oh, good.
So I relate a little bit to, it's funny enough, my grandmother is Native American, well, she's Creole, so she's Native American. So she has a lot of that psychic ability that my father decided to, just completely not, he went into the whole other route, so it's refreshing to finally get back into, it's not ignored, that type of world that's out there,
I'm going to offer right now that there's so many more of us that possess that same ability that's been squashed. So what I suggest to others is think about it. Open it up to yourself. Allow yourself that human ability. It's a human ability.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful.
I believe it is too.
Yeah. That's part of our light. Jesus said to let your light shine. Don't hide it under a bushel. It's there.
Yeah. To the New Yorker Rican, I woke up. So I left the organization when I was 16. I woke up more or less around like 21 or 20, probably. It took me a little while before I actually got into my own skin, into my own body. Thank you. Yeah.
That's good.
Things take time.
You sound good.
Oh, thank y'all. Look, like what y'all are saying, it's just so refreshing to find people that are very relatable. Because I might be able to relate to somebody on one level or another, but to be able to relate on multiple ways of being, it's
Dylan, this is what we assure others who are coming out. We let them know the people they're looking for are there. They're looking for them. They are there. And that's the ones listening right now who aren't open. There are so many out there that welcome you.
Okay, Shauna's ready. Are we ready?
Okay, yep.
Okay.
We're ready.
Maybe we can all mute ourselves.
Yes.
The most important thing to know is that there's a difference between trauma and stress. As I like to say to people, life sucks a good amount of the time. We all have jobs and situations that are really unpleasant. But the moment that the situation is over, it's over. The problem with trauma is that when it's over, your body continues to relive it. My name is Bessel van der Kolk. I'm a psychiatrist, neuroscientist, and author of the book, The Body Keeps the Score. I got interested in trauma on my first day working at the Veterans Administration. 1978 was the year, and the Vietnam War was over by about 6 or 7 years. The very first day that I met Vietnam veterans, I was just blown away. These were guys who were my age, who were clearly smart and competent and athletic, and they clearly were just a shadow of their former self. Their bodies were clearly affected by trauma, and they had a very hard time connecting with new people after the war. Around that time, a group of us started to define what trauma is. And in the definition of PTSD, we write, these people have been exposed to an extraordinary event that's outside of normal human experience. And in retrospect, that shows us how ignorant and narrow-minded we were, because it turned out that this is not an unusual experience at all. People usually think about the military when they talk about trauma, but at least 1 out of 8 kids in America witness physical violence between their parents. A larger number of kids get beaten very hard by their own caregivers. A very large number of people in general, but women in particular, have sexual experiences that were clearly unwanted and that left them confused and enraged. So, unlike what we first thought, trauma is actually extremely common. There's a lot of debate of what a trauma is to this day. But basically, trauma is something that happens to you that makes you so upset that it overwhelms you. There is nothing you can do to stave off the inevitable. You basically collapse in a state of confusion, maybe rage, because you are unable to function in the face of this particular threat. But the trauma is not the event that happens, the trauma is how you respond to it. One of the largest mitigating factors against getting traumatized is who is there for you at that particular time. When, as a kid, you get bitten by a dog, it's really very scary and very nasty. But if your parents pick you up and say, "Oh, I see that you're really in bad shape, let me help you," that dog bite doesn't become a big issue because the foundation of your safety has not been destroyed. We are profoundly interdependent people, and as long as our relationships are intact, by and large, we're pretty good with trauma. It's a subjective experience, and what may be traumatic for you may not be traumatic for me, depending on our personality and our prior experiences. The problem with trauma is that it starts off with something that happens to us, but that's not where it stops, because it changes your brain. Much of the imprint of trauma is in that very primitive survival part of your brain that I like to call the cockroach brain. There's a part of you that just picks up what's dangerous and what's safe. And when you're traumatized, that little part of your brain, which is usually very quiet, continues to just send messages. I'm in danger. I'm not safe. That event itself is over, but you continue to react to things as if you're in danger. We're talking about survival. We're talking about staying alive. And so some people are into fight flight, or on a more primitive level, people's brain shuts down and they collapse. You have these automatic responses that are not a product of your cognitive assessment, they're a product of your animal brain trying to stay alive in the face of something that part of your brain interprets as a life threat. And the problem then becomes that you are not able to engage or to learn or to see other people's point of view or to coordinate your feelings with your thinking. Traumatized people have a tremendous problem experiencing pleasure and joy. But the core issue is our hormones and our physiological impulses that have to do with survival. Your body keeps mobilizing itself to fight. You have all kinds of immunological abnormalities, endocrine abnormalities, and that really devastates your physical health also. Oftentimes the physical problems are longer lasting than the mental problems. And the other thing that is terribly important is the impact of poverty, or the impact of racism, or the impact of unemployment. There's other societies that are much more trauma savvy than we are, where there is not an enormous amount of income inequality. Healthcare is universal, childcare is universal. A culture like that really looks at what are the antecedents for certain forms of pathology. So the big issue is a political issue. How do we rearrange our society to really know about trauma so that people who grow up under extreme adverse conditions can become full-fledged members of society? The sense of community and people being there for each other is a critical part of surviving and thriving.
Get smarter faster with new videos every week.
That was so helpful. It really was.
Yeah, thank you, Gail. That
You're
was
welcome.
really
Yeah.
good.
My mind immediately went to the fact that if it's an injury,
Yes.
and there has to be an antidote to the poison of it, because it's a poisoning. It poisons a person's abilities. It has to be approached that way.
And it's a gradual. Well, in my experience, it's been a gradual, regulating after, because I feel like trauma dysregulates so much, it starts to cause a spiral. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to regulate yourself back into a.
I mean, it's like I just drawn a comparison. I'm used to trotting downstairs, because you trust every step. You just boom, 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 boom. They're going to be just fine. But then, if I ever find myself tumbling down 13 steps, I might not be so carefree when I take that next step down a flight of stairs. And maybe it's even going to take a while for me to want to try. And I may have to relearn all over again the safety and security of walking downstairs. I mean, it's the closest I can see, and I can understand that. And here it's with that fight or flight, being attacked and wanting to protect ourselves from injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has other videos out, but they're much longer. And he also wrote a book about your mind keeping score. I think I'm going to get that book.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought it up.
There's so much good information out there. We just need to, avail ourselves to it.
Here's a reminder, and maybe even a warning. The internet is up right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if for some reason someone with power chooses to turn the internet off, now immediately that information is gone. It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. Well, or what if, okay, it goes down and now it comes back, but scrubbed, which they could easily do. What then? See, now is the time. Now is the time. It really is. We need to take advantage of it now.
And it's something. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I didn't want to interrupt. I'm sorry, Ms. Fran.
No, go ahead.
All I was going to say is that this is something that I had studied. It was as soon as you get the, if you can even just name the emotion that you're feeling, it gives you a little bit more.
Right.
Not gonna say control, but it does. It gives you a little bit. It's not. You're not as identified with the feeling itself because you're naming I feel this way instead of you're being completely taken by the affect itself.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. And he mentioned how there has to be a supportive atmosphere in order to relearn this. Has to be.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
What kind of supportive atmosphere did we get when we were being traumatized by the org?
Not much.
No, we didn't get it. We got
I mean, I did. They gave the example of a parent, kind of helping a child calm down and labeling what it was that happened. But I was scared of my parents. I knew if I needed a blood transfusion, my parents would let me die. Nobody could pay me enough to go back to my nightmare of a childhood within this org.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very unsafe. I can recall being hyper vigilant, like at 3 or 4 years old, and I didn't even know what it was called. But yeah, so the stuff they brought up is stuff that was done to us to keep us in the org.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've saddled us with the responsibility of healing in a way that we never planned on having to. We never planned on it. But now we take that responsibility. This is where a person, they have to say, I will get stronger.
It is our responsibility to, work on our healing but when you think about it, if somebody had a problem with alcohol, what is the advice within the organization? Stop doing it. And they can't go to AA. Just stop doing it. They don't. It's like, please.
Get over it.
You might have some mental problems. Why don't you just read the Watchtower more, go out and service more, and but by no means go see a therapist. At least that's the way it was, for most of the time I was involved. And it's been pretty much recently that they've kind of talked about it being okay to see a therapist. But they even had like a video of a nurse who was struggling with depression, but did not realize it.
Yeah.
As if she didn't take any psychology in her nursing career. Mm-hmm. And the way that the org was trying to explain it was that it was something outside of them. As if, much like how the org explains CSA situations, we've been infiltrated with those from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have been infiltrated.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely.
It is
Absolutely.
Ruby is back. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Oh, hey guys. So Tony's not answering her phone. Oh, hey guys. So
the movie's probably not going to happen right now.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So Tony's not answering her phone, and she's the one who's streaming it tonight. So even I'm stuck without watching it. Yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna have to wait. But anyways, I can hang out with you guys.
Yes, and also Jimmy Bell is in the chat. We want to say hello to
Hello,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Wild Wall, Anybody that we missed, Jay and everyone, thank you for joining us.
Hi,
and
Jay.
spending New Year's Eve
And
with
Happy
us.
New Year's.
Yeah,
you.
aw, I'm so happy to see Jimmy because I haven't seen Jimmy or talked to him really because we took a break from the show. And I'm so glad everybody's here right now because Jimmy, I've been thinking if you're still here, that we should make our comeback on J6. Like how that would be so great.
What's January? Does that fall on your night you usually do it?
Oh my God. I hope it does because I was talking to Tony and I was like, when do you think I should come back? I don't know. And then I was like, well, Tuesday already passed this week. But yeah, so J6 will be on a Saturday. But that would have been cool if it fell on a Tuesday.
Ruby, the calendar that I'm looking on, January 6th is on a Tuesday.
Oh my God. I was looking at December. Oh, Dios mío. I'm crazy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm
Still in
cool.
December. There you go.
Oh my God.
You're going to be. Jimmy's on the stage. Welcome, Jimmy.
Welcome, Jimmy. Hi there.
It's kind of cold out here, so I'm giving you the Arctic look tonight. So is next Tuesday, January 6th?
Yes, it is, Jimmy.
Hell yeah, we need to do our show next Tuesday night.
I'm so glad you're here. I didn't talk to you about this yet, but I was just about to. We should go back on season 3, J6.
That works for me. I'm ready for it.
Me too.
Ruby or Jimmy, you want to just tell the folks here the name of your channel and what it's about?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ruby.
Okay, sure. And I do have a teaser that I want to show you guys. Because we have been really working on a lot of things. And I'm so thankful for Jimmy because if it wasn't for Jimmy, I wouldn't have a connection to John, ExJW Analyzer. And he's the mastermind behind most of what we did. It was a collaboration between us three. So thankful. We have a political show that I kind of started because we never got political, we never got to educate ourselves or vote or nothing like that. You guys already know, I don't gotta tell you. So that's kind of how the show started. So we talk about politics and everything above and beneath it. We talk about everything, literally.
Yep.
And so for season 3, Jimmy got me hooked on making music. And I never really thought I was going to get into it. I was like, nah, that's fake. It's AI. I don't like that stuff. And then I got addicted. So we made a new intro song for the show. Jimmy got me into rock music all of a sudden. I'm like, who am I? I don't even like this music. And suddenly I was like, damn, Jimmy, this sounds great. So now I like rock music all of a sudden. And then I told Jimmy I wanted to send him some lyrics. So if you guys saw the live show we did previous, I told him I was gonna send him some lyrics, and then in about 5 minutes I wrote a whole new song. So that was cool. I got into songwriting. And then John came up with the visuals, like a music video, and I was like, yo, this is so crazy awesome. So yeah, we got everything set for the new season. So I wanted to show you guys I wanted to show you guys a teaser into the intro in just a second. And now I gotta find it. Hold on.
I love those lights, Jimmy. Those are sick, man.
Yeah, while she's looking for that, let me share a personal thing with you guys. It's in 28 or when was it? December of 2018, I woke up from Watchtower, right? So, and then went through all the activism and shit. So, sorry. But this year was the first year that I actually enjoyed celebrating Christmas. Wow. And we put up these inflatables.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, so we got the Santa in a camper. Then we got a little snow globe. This little snow globe thing right here is pretty cool. It has snow coming out of it.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, me and my boy the Grinch right here. But I actually put out another song on my YouTube channel, the latest one. It's I did a personal experience for me celebrating my very first real Christmas. So I put that on my YouTube channel just the other day, and I liked it. It was pretty cool. And any ExJWs that are scared of Christmas or whatever, give it a listen. I mean, I had a really good time this year. I really did enjoy Christmas this year. And so, yeah, just wanted to share that. Ruby, did you find it?
Oh, that's so sweet, Jimmy.
That is so awesome, Jimmy.
I love that.
You're
That's awesome.
enjoying it.
That's beautiful right there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's that?
I love it.
It's nice, Uncle Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. What do you say? I'm sorry.
It's nice, Jimmy.
He said he
thank
loves
you.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I just want to say, I just want to say this, folks. This is my little message for you guys this year. I know that being in the organization and being out of the organization has been trauma-filled for a lot of people. It's caused a lot of sadness, depression, anger. Hell, people have lost their lives because of this cult. But,
True.
but the thing is after a while, guys, you have to just live your life and move on from, trauma bonding and things like that, because the trauma is what keeps people down. And you got to fight that trauma. You got to overcome that trauma. And one of the things that I found that really helped me just here recently was I had a lot of thoughts in my head about this organization, and I had to get them out. Mm-hmm. And so the music is what helped me, get some of this stuff out. And I created 10 songs. I call it my F Watchtower playlist. It's on my YouTube channel under playlist. But whenever I would get frustrated or whatever, and everybody needs a time where they just want to scream, right? You just want to scream. And so what I did is I went to rock concerts, and I was able to just let it all go, let that bad energy out and everything like that. So these songs that I created, I did them in different rock genres. I sent one to Fran tonight that I was hoping she'd play it, just because I call it an ExJW anthem. I like it. It's really good, and I thought it'd bring a lot of energy and put a smile on people's faces. So, but yeah,
Jimmy,
I enjoyed making music.
I think we're going to let you guys deliver all the thunder on your program.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
I think Ruby has something she wanted to share.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah. So really quickly, just to prep you, the new intro song is gonna be changing. So every Tuesday night, we are really gonna bring it on. Like, no joke. Season 3 is not gonna be a joke. And I kind of wrote the song with a Matrix theme. So you might hear it in the lyrics, and John really just made my dream come true in the video that he made. But I'm just gonna play like the pre-intro, and if you guys want to see the rest, you're just gonna have to join me on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on J6.
I don't know, Ruby. Maybe we should post the whole thing this week on our YouTube channels and get people excited for it.
Yes, but I got the pre-intro, which is the clip that I included. Now the song itself is gonna be a single, and the music video with the song. So that's 2 videos. I want to post the song as a single, and then I want to post the music video with the song by itself.
Okay.
All right. So this is just a taste. This is just a taste of what it's gonna look like.
This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we call the Matrix. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world.
Oh, you stop it. I was waiting for it to go.
No.
I was ready for you to play it, Ruby.
Oh, no.
Are you excited? Are you intrigued? No.
See, that's why you got to replay it, Ruby.
I think, guys, I got to thank you a lot, and we're going to direct other people to your channel.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be really interesting, Ruby. So it's Tuesday night.
Something I want to share, and,
Yes.
and I thank you for coming on, Jimmy.
Yes, thank you,
Ruby.
Jimmy. Thank you, Ruby.
And I want to just, there's some circumstances that are taking place in some of the dear friends' lives that we're not going to get into right now, but it's not very, it's sad. And we're not gonna present it tonight, but just to let you know that we're being considerate. We're being considerate of all the people out there who might not be very as happy tonight because they're friends, they're dear friends, and so I appreciate the thunder that you guys got, but we got to keep the rain gentle tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And anyone that wants to check it out Tuesday night, go to Ruby and Jimmy's channel.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
Can I mention?
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
I just wanted to remind people that this Saturday, when I do I usually do my show on Saturday starting at 9 p.m. But this Saturday, I'm going to start 2 hours earlier at 7 p.m.
Oh, that's great.
For the purpose of getting a chance to celebrate Vinnie Vincent's life. He recently died. And so it would be time set aside for us to remember him, and all is welcome to show up and, take time out to mourn and laugh and be able to just honor his memory, because he was a pretty amazing guy. He really was.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for doing
we'll
that,
be there,
Linda.
Linda.
So that will be 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
California.
10 California time, yes.
Okay, it'll be
7 p.m. California time celebration of Vinnie Vincent's life, because he's recently passed away.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Linda, are you having a program tonight welcoming in the new year?
No, I'm not. I thought about it, and I'm not.
Okay. All right. Well, this is welcoming in the new year.
Yes, and I think it's great. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to share a little something. We were on listening to Rick's program Sunday.
Yeah.
It was Sunday.
Yeah.
And usually after the program, some stay on the line. And I think sometimes Matthew, you stay on.
This was great.
Well, all of a sudden Joe and I are having dinner or something.
It was quiet.
It was very quiet.
It was quiet on the channel was still open, but no one was speaking.
The phone line.
So I just phone line. So I didn't bother to turn it off.
Right. All of a sudden we hear hello. Hello, and everyone knows Grace from Sweden. Well, she came on and we talked for an hour and a half because she doesn't get a chance to, it's very expensive for her to call, but when she's on 6 screens, it's for free. So anyway, we talked for an hour and a half. We had her laughing. She was laughing like a little kid. It was so funny. And it was, I think we hung up on her end. It was 1:30 in the morning. She says, well, I really do have to go to bed. But it was so sweet. I'm glad that we connected with her.
And I'm going to share another thing too. I have this peculiar habit. I keep a radio underneath my pillow.
Oh yeah, this is good.
And when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I turn the radio on, and every night there's a program called Coast to Coast Live.
Anyone familiar with it? Coast to Coast?
With George Norrie, Coast to Coast America.
Oh yeah, yes.
He's from.
It used to be Art Bell. Art Bell used to host the show. Yes.
And they're based in Los Angeles.
Right.
Well, I listened to him.
KFI is, yes.
Okay, just about every night. Well, what night was it?
So I think it was
before Rick's Friday night.
Friday night. Saturday night. Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. So the moderator came on and said, I was always interested in Jehovah's Witnesses, what they did, blah 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 blah. if you're a witness, blah, blah, if you want to call in, call in. And I said, oh.
So we got right up. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, our time. And I don't normally get up that early, as you all know. But we got up and we're trying to get on the phone line, trying to find the number.
It's tough because the whole United States tries to call in.
And so we didn't get on because I guess they have all these callers and they, Well, anyway, we did send. So the one that was hosting that night, his name is Ryan Recker. And so we did send him an email. We told him that we were 36 years in, now out, being shunned by our 4 children, and all the congregation shuns us. Many are leaving worldwide due to corruption, failed prophecy, sexual offenses against children, and more. We are a support for the many being shunned, suffering from suicide and depression. We gave him our phone number. Many accounts are found on YouTube under ExJW. Thanks. Well, he wrote back to us. Yeah. And so that was on December 27th. He wrote back the next day. He said, thanks for this message. And I learned a lot from the callers last night. It was interesting. We'll have to look up that YouTube channel you mentioned.
Yeah.
So if Ryan Recker is listening right now, we welcome him. And we just thought it was really interesting that they mentioned Jehovah's Witnesses. And there was a man that called in an ex-Jehovah's. There were two. An ex-Jehovah's Witness from Florida. Matter of fact, his name was Joe. Yeah. And he told them all about the witnesses. He didn't get into all the, the rotten stuff, but he told them the, what do you call it? The business stuff, how they do business. Yeah. But anyway, it was interesting. Yeah. We were excited.
So there is talk of it going on.
Yep.
Anything you all can do to add to that helps.
Yes.
For years I was a coast to coast junkie, every night,
Oh,
Yeah. They have some good callers and they have some good guests come on, like psychologists and authors and people talk about dreams, talk about end of life.
Oh, could be anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Gilbert Gonzalez, he happens to say there are no such things as accidents. And that's a very George Norrie thing to say, because that's something George Norrie always says. So,
Yeah. Super successful program.
We got about 7 minutes left. And anybody want to say anything? Yeah. Gail or Dylan?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to come on. I was just going to say goodnight to everybody and thanks everybody for allowing me to.
Thank you for adding that, Gail. Are you kidding? Thank you.
Well, we love having you here.
Well, I love you too, Dallas.
Every time. We just love to have you every time because you bring so much to the table to us here.
Oh, really? Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thank you.
And Dylan, are you new here? If you're new here, welcome.
Thank you, Dallas.
Oh,
much
that's
love,
nice.
Man. Really.
Well, good night, everyone, and have a nice
day. Good night,
DG. Hope you have a happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Linda, what time will your show be for Saturday for me? 10 or 9?
Massachusetts, it'll be what time?
For what?
I'm
Linda's
starting
program.
at
3 hours. 3 hours different.
Given your time, what time would it be for me? I'm Eastern Standard.
You'd have to look it up. I'm sorry. I don't want to chance it.
3 hours. It'll be 3 hours different.
Well, what time are you going on again, Linda?
7.
At 7 p.m. for California time.
Okay.
Pacific Standard Time.
It'll be our 10, Gail.
10 o'clock
Okay,
Eastern
10
Standard Time. Yeah.
We're 3 hours
Yeah,
different.
we'll be listening too. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Everybody have a nice day tomorrow.
And you
Thank
too,
you, Gail. I love you, Gail.
Oh, I love you guys too. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Love you. Good night,
Go
Ruby.
ahead, Dallas.
Well, I've been I love that what Jimmy showed us tonight, and what we can do to better our life, and how we can do it. And I feel this way he does as well.
Yeah. No, they got a lot going on in their program, so do check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing that, oops, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Dylan.
One thing that I like that it was something that I feel the music really listening to music, even going to some shows sometimes, I'll be able to feel that release. They'll have they'll have this thing called a mosh pit where you just go and you have like mosh, yeah, and it's and it gets intense, but it does get that energy out. It feels like you're in a sauna after, because you just everything's expelled from you, for a moment, and it's
Wow.
It's relief. It really it's you got to be careful, right? But it really is a relief,
Wow. Maybe we can relate that sometime in depth. If you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Jay mentioned that anybody that wants to call on Discord, you can call for free. He talks to people all over, and someone from Japan came on. So the Discord, if you don't have the Discord app, it's real easy to get. And you can get in touch with a lot of people around Discord. Dylan's on there in Dallas. And Are you on, Matthew?
I struggle with Discord. It does tell me that I'm registered, but for some reason I can't get on there.
It's under ExJWFriends, I think. There's different Discords.
Yes, it's just
Right.
It's a technical
Yeah.
complication.
Yeah. We go through those a lot, Matthew.
Yeah, Shauna just put the link for the Discord in the chat. So, yeah, Ruby's on there. A lot of people around, and you can call, talk to them, type with them, message.
I appreciate everyone's being here.
Yes.
And the spirit you bring.
Yeah.
And to the ones listening, I just want to remind all, and I'm reminded that there are many who are reminded of their losses now.
Mhm.
They are. And for them, there's the newness of a year that's going to bring that loss. And we want to be thinking about them. The celebration for the new year, wonderful. But I think we have to celebrate the
Memories.
the memories, the good memories, and the ability to go forward, despite the losses, Yeah. And all I've got to say is, you're not alone. Y'all, you're not alone. We love y'all.
Yes, we love you. And what does Vern always?
Oh, keep on living your lives with love.
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, Joe, I love that flavor. That's the spirit for the new year. There you go.
That's it. You gotta do it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Joe and Fran, so much for
Thank you.
just
Thank you,
a wonderful
Shauna.
show. And wow, the connections tonight. Thank you to Rick Fearon, Apostate.
Yeah, that was great.
It was just beautiful. Jimmy Bell, Ruby, like a lot of other creators in the community, and a lot of longtime viewers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
John Marciano. We can't name them all, but thank you so much to the moderators. So much. You really helped make this work. Thank you, Dylan. It was very nice meeting you. And
Thank you all
everybody,
so much.
give us a day, and then please do check out Dylan's info. It'll be on the website.
Yeah,
Please
great.
check out the website and join us on Discord. And
Yes,
until we see you
please.
And
guys
we're
next
here.
week.
And just to let you know, we're contact us if you want to contact each other, or
Right.
Dylan or whoever,
Yeah.
because we've got connections.
You
And,
see their
Shauna-
numbers.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, you
I was
got
just
it up
going to
there.
say, yeah, the number and email is all on stage. Just keep in mind that Joe and Fran are on Eastern Standard Time, which is 3 hours ahead of Pacific Time, as Joe
Yeah.
mentioned earlier. So,
Sometimes it matters.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah. So thank you guys all very much. Have a great
Shauna,
week.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Shauna.
Shauna, we really gave you a lot of last minute things tonight,
Yeah.
so we appreciate you
Oh.
keeping up. She's a
It's
great.
all good, but of course the
Really great.
generator wouldn't start, so and we have to get generating, or we won't have enough batteries
Oh
for
my
tonight.
Get the
So, and
generator
it all
going.
happened. Yep. So that's all. So have a great week, everybody.
All right.
You
Love you
too.
all and
Love
Happy
you.
New
Love
Year.
you as
Happy
well.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's good meeting you, Dylan.
Nice meeting you,
Great
Dallas.
meeting you too, and Happy New Year, y'all.
Hey,
Good night,
all y'all.
Dallas.
All
All
y'all.
y'all.
Night,
All
y'all.
y'all.